Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name is David Turner. I'm here with Sean Bell,
Hello.
Matt Murray,
Hello.
and James Farley.
Yo.
Yeah, yes, mate. I love it. That is the look of a man that is returning to his home country for Christmas, and he's rubbing his hands together. Watch out if you play the stock market. All I'll say is invest in Greg's because that place is getting fucking smashed over Christmas.
You know it.
Festive
Yeah,
bakes every
I know
day.
it, boy. I know it, boy. We're going to start the show by thanking our Patreon producers for this month. They are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights to Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Thomas, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Car Wanker Smith. You could probably drop that nickname now, Colin. Lee Keybottom, we're proud of you. My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Don Whiskerando, Boza Karma, Tri-State, Ryan Cabane, Mock Turtle Soup, Conky Donkers Christmas Conga, and we've got we've got two returning Full Nails members, and we've got a brand new Full Nails member. It's Clark B, the Monday Graveyard with Mark Shields, and Laser Quest. Thank you so much for going Full Nails. I know a lot of you do it over Christmas as a thanks, as a little tip, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's great to see so many names there, and it's that's really perked me up. That's really perked me up.
Go on.
I think that's the longest list we've ever had, isn't it?
That is
32 Full Nails
people,
members
that's
is
amazing.
huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I was
what
just
were
going
you
to
saying,
say,
Sean?
obviously it's great because it helps with Christmas and it also helps with the tax bill in January.
yeah. I've just done mine. I spend 90% of my time doing my tax bill crying. It's just tears rolling down my eyes.
Is that when you, as you said, when you saw that you'd bought Life is Strange? And
well, that was it. That was it. When you have to work out what you can, put your tax against, and one of them is £30 worth of Life is Strange True Colours or whatever it was. I think it was 39.99. Absolutely disgusting.
Was it? Fuck
Yeah,
me.
it's regret. It's just instant regret. We had a lovely evening last night, didn't we? You can watch our Christmas party that took place last night. Thanks to everyone that turned up. It was really nice seeing so many people there. Genuinely, I went into that thinking, right, this would be a tight, nice, fun hours worth of streaming. 2 hours we were all chatting away, chatting utter bollocks to each other, just like a normal Christmas party should be. That was absolutely fantastic. But if you're on the Smashing It tier, then you can watch the VOD on that. That is now up there on Patreon. One final thing before we move on. There is a Discord Christmas quiz hosted by the one and only Kurt. That's taking place on Wednesday the 17th at 8 p.m. on our Discord. If you'd like to take part, go to tcgs.co. You could join our Discord through there and take part in the Christmas quiz. Always goes down well. I often wonder if Kurt is going to end up like Gareth from The Office in the quiz episode of The Office, where there are people arguing over who won. But part of me wants to tune in to see if that's the case. That's Wednesday the 17th at 8 p.m. on our Discord. Right. Should we get some feedback from last week's show, Matt?
Hell yeah. We're going to start with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oi, Dave. After hearing you babble on about Power Wash Simulator for a few weeks, I scoffed. Again with Power Wash Simulator 2. What a waste of time. However, it's on Game Pass. I can scoff my way for an ironic play of the first level. My phone rings. It's the missus telling me off for not being in bed at 3 a.m. I found myself playing most nights. I've never played a game that totally shuts off my brain, providing a very rare moment of tranquility for his father of 2 young children. Looking forward to cleaning a teapot-shaped house tonight. Thank you, Dave. I never would have tried this if it wasn't for your passion. Game of the year for sure. This would have been deadly in my stoner days.
Yes, it would.
Dave, can I ask you a question about Power Wash, actually? Because I was thinking about trying this, because I've never played it. And should I start from the first one?
Oh, because, yeah, that's really funny.
I'm serious. I'm being deadly serious here.
Very good. Do you need to know the plot? Is that where
No,
we
I'm
go?
not talking about that. I'm
Very
just saying,
fun.
is it better to start with the first one?
play every fucking inch of every one of those games you possibly can. Because if you don't, you will finish Power Wash Simulator 2 and go, oh, well, I'm downloading Power Wash Simulator 1 now. And then you will go, there is about £40 worth of DLC that I'm buying now, and you'll shake and cry. And honestly, it is a brilliant way to spend an evening, just to play that with your headphones on or whatever. I don't know how you'll react to it, James.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a flip of a coin as to whether it will click with you.
See, when he's saying about it being like, you know, a moment of tranquility and that kind of thing, I kind of like getting into like the headspace of just like you're just focusing on doing that. I quite like the idea of that.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels great. I think Power Wash Sim 2 has introduced a hell of a lot of like things to make things easier. There's like arrows pointing where you may have missed some dirt towards the end of the level, and whereas in one you had to scroll down a list, highlight it, and try and find it. You know, it's like a bit of a hide and seek moment at the end. I know Matt would hate it because there's no way you can min max it. Like, there's no.
I played it.
Yeah, but you were not all the way through though.
No, I just played like 2 hours. But I realised I thought I was going to be just consumed by it, and I didn't want to.
I don't think you would, because there's no. It gets to a point, especially in Power Wash Simulator 1, where there's no upgrading anymore. It's not about upgrading, and like you're not working towards anything other than is another big level to do. Let's get it done. You know, Sean, I'm surprised that you didn't fall into its spell completely.
No, I didn't. I don't know. I just found it weirdly annoying.
Yeah,
like the tiny movements you have to do sometimes just to properly clean like a little. I don't know. I found it physically quite unpleasant at times. I get it. Like, I'm not saying it's bad.
No, totally. I get that, and I have got a couple of tips for anyone that's starting out. You can turn down the tone of the spray. So like when you start, it's like, and then you can make it go. And it's like, oh my god, that is so much nicer. It like makes such a massive difference to my stress levels. And yeah, obviously turning down some of the volume and putting a podcast on. And oh god, when I think that's probably going to end up in my Christmas game. Who am I kidding? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to play Ghost of Yotai, right? I'm good. That's the game I'm going to play. No, maybe I'll play Death Strand. No, I'm going to be cleaning that same teapot-shaped house as you are, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, good game.
Nice. Vagabond Dave has messaged, hello boys, I just want to give my 2 pence on your podcast purely for the egotistical thrill of hearing my own worthless opinions read out loud by other blokes. I stumbled across you completely by accident, and I completely and quite depressingly say it's been one of my highlights of the year. Without becoming too woe is me, 2025 has been by far my most difficult year of my life. Discovering TCGS has injected laughter into my days and given me something to alleviate the bad times. I'm currently living on a remote Scottish island and made the mistake of putting your 2024 Game of the Year show on while renovating garden furniture. 4 hours later, I swiftly fucked off due to being more linseed oil on the shed floor than my furniture due to laughing so hard. Having spent 15 years working in a high security prison before this, I can now anticipate that by the end of the 2025 Gotti show, you'll have more wounds than a prisoner losing a game of pool. Honestly, lads, keep up the amazing podcast. My first child is due on New Year's Day, and thanks to your anecdote, I'm genuinely looking forward to the days we can sit and play video games together. Big love, chaps. I will long for whatever comes next.
I should point out, I was laughing when you said it's I didn't take that at face value. I thought you were saying that actually listening to this shit is actually quite depressing. Like, not that actually your year's been so bad that this shit's been a highlight.
Even this is a positive,
yeah.
It always amazes me. Like, you know, I think broadly speaking, we're all quite proud of the show and we think it's good. But we always say it's not easy to get into. So when someone's like, I listened to one episode and I was pissing myself, I'm like, wow, that's weird.
No, I don't say wow. I say how. Because there are 90. We were talking about this last night, weren't we? Someone said, who did they... at the Christmas party last night, someone said that they found us by just searching for the Tinykin.
That was
Tinykin reviews. That was
yeah.
And Just Shields, yeah.
Yeah, just Shields. And and I was just like, but you know, coming to this show this late on, I can't imagine it. Like, if you must be going, what are they talking about? Who's James, and why are they talking about what he said on a bus 8 years ago? Why is that
cheese
relevant?
thing? Why do they keep mentioning cheese? Why is that funny?
Yeah. What do you mean? That's the yolk. What does that even refer to? I don't even get. They weren't even talking about eggs. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot to catch up on, but you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, so like that Heineken review was when we were then spending hours putting together footage of games to play at the same time as the podcast. And then at that point, we're like, yeah, we'll clip them out for YouTube. So that did actually work. It's just a lot of work for just us four. Finding the footage, Sean changing the scene, then clipping it. But hey, you know, it worked. Aussie Adam has messaged. Ahead of the teachers...
I'll do it next week. All right. I'll do it.
No, because I think at the time we're like, brilliant, it'd be so easy because we all play games. We'll just like capture it while we're playing. It would be no work whatsoever.
It never starts like that, Matt. A sentence should never start. It'll be easy because we all play games like that.
That was our thought. Like the Elgatos are plugged in. It'll be a piece of piss. Turns out more work.
Elgato.
Yeah. Aussie Adam, ahead of the TCS Game of the Year, can I give some constructive advice to Matt? Matt, you've chosen some bangers over the years that should have done much better than they did in the draft. Yes, I have. Farpoint. Need I go on?
It's a classic. None of us are struggling to remember which game that was.
No, Farpoint was the VR game.
one.
It was the VR shooter, wasn't it?
It got like fours everywhere.
Yeah, but it felt so good with that gun. Anyway,
okay.
My advice, when your games are drawn out, spend some time explaining why the game is good and why you like it, rather than explain the basic mechanics, controls, and story of the game. This is something I've noticed listening back to previous years. Tell the others why you like the game and why it should go through to the next round. Come on, Matt. This year could be your year again. Looking forward to the Gotti show. Being in Brisbane, Australia, the pod will help me get through the last of the Christmas wrapping on Christmas Eve. All the best to all four of you, and thanks for the hours of entertainment. The podcast coming out is one of my highlights of the week. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I wasn't going to include this.
No, I think it's fair because I know I'm the worst when it comes to describing games. Like that's a given, and I do need to get better, but I will do. But I also think that the game of the year is kind of a summary of the games of the year, and I think if I went straight into I think it's worth having like a bit of a summary of what the game is, story, the overall, because for a lot of them, it will be their first episode of TCGS
earlier in the year as well. There's a good chance even people who listen regularly might be like, hang on, what was
I think it's worth setting up with what the game is the premise. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think I do just say well I like it, and maybe I will and I'll try and get better, of course, but my explanation is more the fact that I think there should be a little bit of summary.
Please don't change anything. You've given some classic moments, like when you were describing the Switch OLED and said the white is very premium. Just stay
I mean, that is true.
The course, Matt.
Yeah, but also like during that one of those Game of the Year shows, you totally covered for me like with one of my games, and I really appreciate it.
Only because you were fucking wankered again.
Don't do that again, Matt. Let James hang himself. Just let him.
It was good.
I didn't think Aussie Adam was like being mean, but I read this and was just like, I think that would devastate me if someone was like, try some critique.
Try and be good, you absolute cunt.
Also, poor Cole. He's straight on the edit button already this week.
Yeah. Okay. Lola FC. I know you guys are into your ASMR. So look up Dr. Nandi on YouTube. Triggers me good. It's not even related to the pod. I just wasn't sure if you...
I didn't get any ASMR off this guy, to be honest. He was just a man talking normally. Maybe I've just found the wrong videos. I don't know.
Just a general doctor. It's got nothing to do with
interviews and stuff. Yeah.
I've that. It's almost done for me. Honestly,
really?
I'm not getting anything from anything anymore. It is absolute. That's why I've not been sleeping. It's why
I meant to tell you, Dave. I think I was like the top 4% of SRP viewers on YouTube this year.
Is that only with premium? This YouTube?
No, anyone can get that.
That's shit. If they've
no, it's not. No, anyone can do a recap.
I need to check. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's just in the app. I saw.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. I'll have a look. Yeah, no, that scares the life out of me, that thing. I don't need to know that I just watch, audit videos and ASMR stuff.
Yeah, mine wasn't accurate at all because every week I'm watching like Commode and Mayo's like film reviews and Stockman and this other guy Jeremy Johns and other people, and there was zero kind of you watch film reviews. And so I do that like.
Okay, so what did it say you watched a lot of?
Huh? Oh, just tech reviews and game.
Oh,
game reviews.
yeah.
Well, that's what's so funny is so it acknowledged
which I do obviously, but it's like
like it acknowledged that I watched SRP, who's an ASMR guy, but YouTube still doesn't acknowledge that ASMR is like a genre of its own. So there was no mention of that. It's like it's like you watch videos about gadgets or Japanese culture,
folding laundry,
like watching like travel videos, and and there was just there was no mention of ASMR stuff. Weird.
Yeah,
that's
I'm scared about what mine says. I'm actually having a look at it now. I shouldn't, but I'm actually having a look at it
I've
now.
not checked mine either.
It's scary. Okay,
leaky bottom feedback. Triple outro, early Christmas present, blatant padding. If only I could go triple full nails, legends.
Carl
triple outro.
Really sorted us out.
Triple outro.
There wasn't a triple outro though.
It was a double, wasn't it? I think it was a
double
double 2 minute.
It was a triple to get us to the 2 hour mark. Remember, you asked him.
Triple.
Yeah, but I thought I didn't think you'd actually done it.
Yeah.
Did you do the triple outro?
Carl did, yes.
Nice one, Carl. Fucking what a ledge. We don't pay him enough.
No, that is classic Carl though.
Yeah,
Grant, I still can't believe Chris is still labelled as friend of the show after spreading false feeder lyrics and poisoning people's opinions of Sean's reliable information. Now, excuse me while I prepare my 11 a.m. cider and hydration crisps so I can sit down and have another game of Lego Mario Party.
What's the cider thing? Is that a separate?
Well, no, because I hold like cider from a lemon, the feeder.
Oh, of course.
Thing.
Yeah. Jesus.
And hydration crisp, could you say you can get all your liquids from food?
I didn't say all, and certainly didn't mean crisp.
The majority.
Obviously.
I don't remember that. He said what? You said
he said you didn't need to drink water because
water because you get most of it from food and drink.
Words.
When was this? Was this on a pod that I wasn't on?
I think it was. Yeah.
Oh. No, you were all here. Yeah.
Fucking hell. That is Sean. What has happened to you this year? You've
I mean, if do you want me to explain it? It'll be really boring. But
no, because you'll go for the sympathy thing.
No,
I'm going through a lot of stuff right now, guys. You could get most of your drink from food. So no, please don't. No, actually, I'm curious. Is it depressing to explain or?
Not depressing at all. It's just that, basically the whole 8 glasses of water thing was made up, and the actual amount of water you need. No, it is. It actually is.
No. I know. It was just the way you said that with some sort of bitterness. Fine.
Hate water. Don't drink water.
Yeah.
And depending on the water content of the stuff you eat and your physiology, activity, etc., everyone's different. And yes, some people don't need to drink a lot of water.
Okay,
I say everyone should just hydrate as much as possible.
I mean, I just heard you don't need. No one needs to drink water. You can get it all from food.
That's what you heard, James. That's not what I said. Because you don't remember because we had that question that was like, you can either. It's like every time you drink, it tastes like vinegar or something.
Or vinegar, yeah.
And I was just saying, well, if your diet's right, you could get away with not drinking a lot of water.
I'm again thinking about people who this is their first show. Okay.
Niall Core has messaged, just finishing up another fine episode, chaps. Splendid work. I'm one of those few people that always listens to the socials, but in truth, I only like your theme tune. In truth, only because I like your theme tune so much. Sorry, Matt. To give it to 4 minutes of your signature tune was quite the treat, but the last quarter second, chef's kiss, Carl. They also have a message for you, David. Test the game gun before Christmas Day. Turns out mine doesn't work. Not in a I didn't read the instructions and why can't I sit 2 feet away from the 60-inch telly kind of way. I mean, it literally doesn't turn on. And while the product isn't vaporware, their post-sale support is. Good times. Stay beautiful, you glorious bastards.
I'm not going to do that because he's getting it in a few days, and it's not like we're getting a replacement present now, are we? So I think this is very much going to be a fingers crossed. It's not.
Does he know he's getting it? Yeah,
birthday present. No, he doesn't know exists in the world. Okay. So who knows? I've heard so many bad things about that product, and it's so gutting to read when the previews were so fucking positive. Mm-hmm. Like everyone that was playing it at Gamescom was saying, like, this is the real deal. It's fucking fantastic. Scientologist in the chat is saying that he's played on one and it worked well. So,
Oh no!
well, no, he doesn't say it worked well.
It
says it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my hope driving through. But I have heard, do not play it on a big telly. Play it on a small monitor, and you have a better time with it. So, fingers crossed,
Sweet.
That might make sense when a lot of people, we were talking about the lag when people were panning from one end to the other. If you're doing that on a fucking massive telly, it's going to be a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I keep saying this stuff to try to convince myself that it will be fine.
But we are in a modern telly age. I feel like it should work on those.
No, you need
it should, but we're not going to be using it on one of those. So I'm one of the use cases that it might be okay for. Please allow it to work.
Perfect product.
You need like a 14-inch, like Sanyo or something like that, to play it on that. It'd be brilliant.
A wicked little Sanyo. Yeah. All right.
Cool. That is it for feedback. Go to tcgs.co to leave your feedback.
Cool. Let's get into the news. Is there plenty of news? Is there loads of news to go through so that James, if I were you, I would try and prolong the news so there's less time to talk about Metroid Prime 4.
I know, I'm very excited to talk about Metroid Prime 4.
Okay, James.
I'm very much looking forward to it. But yeah, there's the news has been it's a wash this week. I mean, there's not much.
I guess everyone's holding it for the Game Awards this week.
That's the problem. It's and so there hasn't been so much this week.
I like the fact that this news segment, listeners, was twice as long this morning, but all of his news stories got counted throughout the day.
It was like him.
And I'm like,
just like, I don't delete that one. Actually,
because one of them was the Shenmue thing, which was that trailer that alleged trailer that then it was like, that at least that'd be fun to speculate. About that, and then EaseNet came out and was just like, "Nah, it's not real," and it's like, brilliant. Okay.
For fuck's sake.
And then,
they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. It's not going to happen. Stupid.
Trailer didn't look bad, but it's.
it was a fake trailer, so probably could look pretty banging. Didn't the message say we can build on this? It's like, what do you mean this? There is no this.
There's nothing to build on. Yeah.
Build on saying, is this trailer AI?
Yeah. So, first story I've got is basically about the Black Friday deals that went on, and who did well. And it turns out the PS5 dominated Black Friday.
No way.
They took in the UK. They took 62% of the market, and overall console sales were up from last year, 14%, and unit sales were up 7%. But this is mostly because the PS5 was aggressively discounted during this time. It really was a lot cheaper, during that time. Switch 2 took 23%, and the Series S and X accounted for 10% of the market during the time. But in the US, it was a bit different because the PS5 also did very well there. It got 47%, and Switch 2 came in second, I think, with 24%. And then an Android console called Next Playground, which I've been informed is kind of like Kinect, kind of thing, and that did better. It came ahead of the Xbox, which was fourth in that. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, great.
Yeah, I saw some aggressive £100 off at PlayStation 5s. I saw that, but
And also apparently the PS5 Pro had its best week since launch.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Well, exactly. It's like again, no, we don't have any numbers, so no idea what that means. It's
down to a low price of £586.
Yeah,
affordable, Matt.
But again,
I think you should get one.
Every time a new game comes out, someone's like, "I'm playing this on the Pro," and it's rubbish.
Yeah,
it's like fucking hell. What's the point?
Yeah. I gotta admit, this Next Playground looks good.
It does. I think design-wise, it looks. I love the colours and the actual look of it. I mean, it is basically a Kinect, and probably don't really have the eagerness for that. But yeah, it looks cool, and the fact it's sold more on Xbox. Actually, what does that mean these days? I don't know, but again, pretty interesting. I thought at one point, I'm sure Switch have a banger Black Friday, but then that was never going to be on offer because it's Nintendo and it's obviously in its first few months. So it makes sense that PlayStation was going to take the crown, as it were, because they can afford to do some big old discounts on it.
It is funny because we've mentioned several times how good the year's been for video games. Not a lot of that stuff is first party, is it? Some of it is. There is some first party stuff in there. but not the majority of what we've been praising this.
It's all been like it's all been like third party. Like there's been some really good like AAA stuff, but then also there's been loads of just really good indie stuff and just regular stuff that's come out.
What's the next big Nintendo game for Nintendo Switch 2, and what's the next big Sony game for the PlayStation?
Well, Wolverine, I think, for PlayStation, isn't it?
But Wolverine's a way off, right? That is not. Is that early next year? Or is
I think
it late
it's not
next
early
year?
next year, but it is next year. But they've not.
No,
said
but
anything.
they need something early next year, surely. Like they can't. The gaps are getting bigger and bigger. Saros is on the horizon. Yes, Ben said in the chat.
But maybe now that they're like pretty much totally dominant, they just don't care anymore because it's just like everything's getting released on it anyway.
Oh,
so,
Saros is in March. I didn't know it was that soon. Now that I genuinely think is going to be a 9 out of 10. That game, I think that's going to be a very big game.
Oh, someone's getting their ducks in a row ready for their Fancy Critic 2026.
We need to do a whole fucking show on that if we're doing it again.
Well,
I told you before.
I think
I'm not
the first one back in
fucking
Jan
around.
is our predictions episode. We should also then go through the
and work out what the rules are going to be.
Yeah,
we need some fucking hard rules.
Again, I think the rules were fine, David. When we look at the scores,
I think only one person has a problem with the rules.
Wait, you've got to be kidding me! You're happy with how this is done? I hated it. I hated it. The whole we should work with like the rules themselves, like bidding for games. Quite like dropping. Like, I don't think you should be able to drop a game. I think that's one thing. I don't think you should be able to say Mario game. I think it needs to be an announced game.
That is poor. But then only one of us did that, didn't they, James?
and it does. It came off for Mario Kart, I guess, didn't it? But,
not
the others.
And look, I'm not having a go at how anyone played it this year. Obviously, we all played within the rules, but I just kind of think, well, where's the fucking fun in it? Like us battling over games is where it's at.
I do really like the idea of so like we all do, like, we all choose our games at the start of the year, and then maybe we have like a transfer window in like June or July, and that's when if we want to drop or swap things around or go for new ones, I don't know, something like that. I
don't think we should drop. I don't think we should drop. And I think say we pick, right, okay, this is what I've been thinking about. Say you're allowed 10 games each, right? The four of us allowed 10 games each and maybe 2 counter picks, right? Like you say, right, how many games are you going to bid for in the first period? And you could bid for 10, but that's it, right? Or you could go, I think they're going to be bigger and out. Like you can use tactically, but obviously if you only pick like 3 and then wait until the first transfer thing, you've got a lot of games to spend money on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I just think there's a better way of doing it. I really hate it. I like 3D Mario
it's
game.
Customizable for a reason, right? So people are going to want to play it differently.
Anyway,
so yeah,
we will do that, and
on that.
We'll talk about who won last time. Who won on the prediction show next year.
James got a boost today.
I did. Yeah.
Did he?
Skate Story. I don't know what the final score is, but it's going to.
It was only like 80. It was 81. Was it 82?
Oh, was it? Is that all? Okay, no, I thought it was going to be higher.
Yeah, it's 85 currently.
All right.
Oh right, it's gone right up there.
I don't think it's going to be enough to really challenge anyone.
No,
though, I'll be honest with
you. I've still got a couple. I've still got Terminator 2 2D No Fate as well. And
James, you're not
also,
going to catch anyone.
And the unannounced mainline Half-Life game as well, which Matt says is definitely going to be announced at the Video Game Awards. So
Judas.
Yeah,
but he's also said it's going to definitely be announced last week and every week for the past fucking 2 months, James. We're not having it. Okay, right.
You wait till Thursday.
We will wait till Thursday.
Eating humble pie.
Let's hope so. Should we get to the next? Do you know what? I've been thinking about this recently about the whole Half-Life 3 thing and my reaction to Matt talking about it and the stuff on it. And I'm trying to work out why I'm like this. Because, the whole bringing up the whole, you get excited for Alex. Yeah, the twatness. Yeah, being a twat. I'm trying to work out why it is. And I think it might be a defense mechanism. Like, I think it might be I so want this to happen that you joking about it and acting the way you are about it, Matt, is somehow upsetting me.
That's part of the fun. Like, it's depressing otherwise, but if we joke along the way, maybe this Thursday, so, just a bit of
But then I'm also thinking, is there part of me that if it gets announced on Thursday, you can't be smug about it? Like, there's definitely part of me that's going, he can't
When
be.
did
If
I
he
say I was
comes
going
on
to
the
be
show
smug
and
about it?
goes, yeah, but if it gets announced Thursday, you come on the show and go, well, I did say it was getting announced then, and I'll go,
But I
you
didn't say that. I don't think it would get announced at the Game Awards. I think it's bigger than the Game Awards.
Okay, clip that. You think it's me? I think you're right.
Nothing-
I think
nothing
that
needs
would
to
be
be
a
played,
failure.
Or they don't need to be on Jeff's stage. They can just do anything, and then everyone's going to talk about it. That, I
agree.
think they wouldn't do it there. Anyway.
I agree.
Even if they didn't, I'll be like, hey guys, look what I did, because I've said it's going to come out every week for the last 10 years. So where's the smugness there?
But honestly, Matt, I do apologise because I think I'm just trying to handle how I would feel about a proper Half-Life game being released. Like, I don't know how I'll be able to, and I'm not even like the biggest Half-Life fan, right? I didn't play the episodic games after 2. And I'm not one of these people that are like, love Valve. I think the best game Valve's ever released is
Portal?
Left 4 Dead.
no,
Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead 2. Like, I think that is the best thing they've ever released, and so that shows how much of a Valve fan is. I'm sure like hardcore Valve fans are like, "Shut the fuck up, David! You are so wrong about that." But no, don't get me wrong. Portal is incredible. I loved Half-Life 1. I thought Half-Life 2 was okay. Yeah, I know. Look, I'm not saying I'm right here, James. Sorry,
It was very
for
good.
those at home.
Yeah.
James just did a what?
Eyebrows sort of went into space. Yes.
Yeah,
It's better than 1.
yeah, technically it is better than 1, but I think for me, 1 blew my mind and 2 was like, okay. But then I played it a lot later after it had come out. There's all sorts of things around that. So I don't know where emotionally I'd sit with Half-Life 3 being announced. And I think I'm taking it out on you, Matt. And that's what I'm getting to. So I apologise.
I accept the apology.
Just don't be fucking smug if it gets announced because you've said it will be announced for the past 3 fucking years and you're doing my name with it.
I mean, you're making us up in your own head. You're getting angry at something that you thought about yourself.
Yeah.
Should we do the next news story?
Yeah, let's do that. So, do you want to hear about Meta and what they're up to with their reality labs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Shut them down, probably.
Can't get enough of that.
I mean, pretty much, David. So this is according to Bloomberg. Apparently, there's going to be budget reductions of up to 30% during 2026, and layoffs might begin as early as January. And this is apparently because investors and analysts have been demanding that they reduce this, because it's been loss-making for so long. Bloomberg say at this point it's billions of dollars per quarter they're losing still on this. And but they're not done with the metaverse. Instead, they want to move it all into the augmented reality glasses stuff instead. Do you want to hear what a Meta spokesperson?
Which makes sense because the new ones look great.
Yeah.
But but what I don't get is
I don't know how metaverse can work in AR though. We'll say that much.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. How do you take that and move that to AR? It doesn't.
Yeah, because
it's like saying we've been working on Marathon for ages, but we're going to cancel that and we're going to take what we've learned from that and put it into toasters. And you go, well, hold on a minute. Where's the connection there?
This is what they got to say. They said, within our overall Reality Labs portfolio, we are shifting some of our investment from metaverse towards AI glasses and wearables, given the momentum there. We aren't planning.
You said AI glasses there.
That's what it says here. That's
AI
what it says in the quote.
Glasses.
Yeah. I mean, the Meta Ray-Bans.
Yeah, like the new
By the way,
display ones.
if you ever see anyone wearing them, you have my permission to punch them.
Right, hold on. Why are they AI glasses?
Because it does all the whole thing of you can talk to it and stuff. And
hey Meta, what am I looking at?
Yeah,
what's the recipe with all these ingredients in front of me, etc.
So they've rebranded them because these things, when they first come out, these Meta Ray-Bans, they had a terrible reputation. Like they were seen as pervert glasses, and
I think they still will be.
Still are, I reckon, yeah.
There was a pretty good Verge episode actually recently on because they did this thing called Virgin History where they did the whole Google Glass thing, where they just went through that and what a disaster that was in terms of the early promise and how excited everybody was for it, particularly with the demos of this idea that you could be walking down the street and it would show you directions and stuff like that, and then how quickly they didn't think about privacy and how people were freaked out by it, and the whole thing. And I still don't.
HoloLens.
That's still an issue now, isn't it?
HoloLens.
They've never solved any of that.
This is what This is what I don't really understand, because this AI glasses thing, like I don't. Are
you saying that Mark Zuckerberg is putting a lot of money into something that nobody wants, James?
I think so. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. But they said they're not planning any broader changes beyond this. But they're cutting things down. But apparently for the I've said it again. Apparently. There you go. So for the 3 months ending September 30th, 2025, they reported a 4.4 billion operational loss on their Reality Labs, which was in line with last year's figures. And the loss, apparently for the 9 months ending September 30th, the loss comes to 13.2 billion, which is a 3% increase year on year, like for the entire for the year period.
It's incredible, isn't it? Like, I've always said, like, I think the Quest is a good piece of kit. All I ever wanted that to be was a games console. Yeah. And I'm not saying that just treating it as such would have saved Meta or whatever, or at least that saving these massive losses. But the emphasis on the Horizons shit.
Oh god, the app as well. It's getting worse.
Yes, the app.
They're actually hiding the store to buy games.
Smothers the actual fucking games. It's unbelievable. That the emphasis on the metaverse stuff that as I say, nobody seemed to want. I've been on it a couple of times thinking, do you know what? Let's go. But it's been a while. Let's go back in with an open mind. Maybe there is cool stuff on there. It's all bad. Everything I've seen on it. Just shocking.
So Reality Labs, that obviously includes all the wearables and the most recent ones, the Meta displays look great. They've got a proper display and this neural band thing for controlling it. So it includes that. It includes Quest. They're probably they're almost certainly doing R&D and developing Quest 4. So this isn't just kind of metaverse losses, but and if anything, it's like a shock that maybe the 30% is just the metaverse stuff they're kind of really massively downsizing, and the rest, because I do think wearables will be kind of the next another next big thing, definitely more than the metaverse is going to be, but it's just I don't know how they get away with get through the privacy issues and this and the other, but
I think they will be, but I just don't think it's going to be fucking glasses. I don't think it's going to be anything.
Contact lenses?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be anything which is interfacing with your eyes
in their face. Yeah,
yeah. That's what I just.
I'm starting to work towards that as well, James. Actually, I am starting to think that I don't think people want this. I don't think people want this in front of their face like that. Yeah. I could see a use case for this stuff in certain situations. I can't see people wanting this to be their lifestyle.
See, the problem is that all of these companies are trying to chase the next, what is next after the phone. That's what they're all trying to chase.
They're still desperately trying to see what's next after the smartphone.
But maybe there isn't anything massively beyond that, in the sense of what people are comfortable with, for a while.
I mean, we know there will be something after that. It's not like
innovation. It's not like technology's done.
No, I'm not saying
it's just what it's going to be. I mean,
I'm not saying it's done. It's just that it's the smartphone has done so well, and it's become so ubiquitous, and love it or hate it, it's become something which everybody is using, all the time. And because the thing is, you could still put it away. You don't have to have it in front of your face all the time. I think anything which is just going to be in front of your eyes all the time, I don't think people are going to want that. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, things are bad enough with smartphones, which, as you say, technically you can put in your pocket at any time.
Yeah.
Whereas something that is literally in front of your eyes forever. Well, forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of anything worse than sitting here using looking at this and then getting notifications in my line of sight.
Totally like that.
That's like a Black Mirror stuff, isn't it?
Do you remember the humane pin?
Yeah.
Yes. So we know that very well.
Bad as it was, part of me was like, yeah, do you know what? A device that I don't have to look at and is essentially like a buffer between me and everything that my phone normally fucking flings at me all the time. I sort of get it. It was really shit.
Yeah.
But that's the
Or the
thing,
R1
because-
Rabbit.
yeah.
See, like that, because that's the thing, because like all those devices are built around this whole like AI thing, and the fact that there'll be like natural language, so you can just talk with it or whatever. But I don't necessarily think you need a new device to do that. Like watches do that already. So why do you need to build something new?
Well, this
without,
is exactly it, and I mean that is. I look, it's a very personal thing. This is just how I feel, but that's why I got rid of my Apple Watch.
Yeah,
because
you
I
don't
got
want
fed
that.
up of my wrists buzzing, going,
Yeah.
"You got a text." And
Yeah,
it
but
was
you
like-
can
and-
turn it off. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
have
but
any
I- yeah,
notification on
but
this.
like I bought that, but I bought that thing, Matt, to stop me using my phone as much as I did. And when I checked the screen time, it went up. And when I got rid of the
Yeah.
Apple Watch, it went back down again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that. And if you're turning all the notifications off on your watch, what's the fucking point in having one? Like, I
Have
don't.
a nice watch instead.
Yeah, that's the way I went. And look, it's different for everyone. I'm not saying the way I look at it is the way people should look at things, but the idea, as James says, of me walking down a road and someone going, "You've got a Blue Sky post," like I can't.
I always
That
the amount of
sounds-
people
I mean,
you
that's
see-
unlikely.
The amount of people
Yeah,
you
it
see
is
on
unlikely.
TV wearing an Apple Watch. Now, I
Yeah.
assume producers or the crew or whatever are wise to this now, and this is why this has never happened. But I'm amazed there's never been a scandal with like a notification, someone like coming up on someone's watch while they're on telly.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming the crew are like, if that's an Apple Watch, fucking turn it on.
Yeah,
do not disturb.
I do always look at that if you see someone on TV and they got Apple Watch. Like sometimes you might see like something like, okay, so what's on their screen?
Yeah.
In fact, I started. God, we should get onto the gaming really, but I started watching that Diddy documentary on
God.
Netflix, and he's on a call to his lawyer in the first like 10 minutes, and he's got an Apple Watch, and it says he's doing a workout. It's like, he's so stressed. The watch thinks he's doing a workout. It's like, okay, that's interesting.
Jesus. All right.
Okay, let's
That's
move on
meta.
let's move on to the last story. It's Metroid Prime 4. Because some people have been annoyed because you have to use an amiibo to unlock a feature in the an additional feature in the game, which is this jukebox feature for the motorbike, so you can hear other themes when you're driving around the desert and stuff. But you can only get this if you use the amiibo. Some people are angry about it. Some people don't care. I'm one of the people that doesn't care. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I would rather the team tell me what music I should be listening to in situations like that. I've never really liked,
Yeah.
even in Mario Odyssey, where you unlock the ability to play what song you want. I've never really liked that because it's all out of place. I don't want to hear the desert theme tune while I'm in.
It worked really well in Death Stranding. In Death Stranding, after a certain point,
it was
Death
great,
Stranding 2, you get like an iPod type thing, and it's and I was like, I don't want this because I want to hear the music for each specific scene, but that's just like gorgeous background music, and then when a proper track that's meant to happen at a certain time happens, that kind of goes in over the AirPod music or the iPod music. But yeah, it works really well in that game.
I
What
guess
I would
people just
say.
Sorry, go on.
So what I would say is that if it is in the game, I think hiding it behind an expensive amiibo is a bit shit. If you have got the ability to do that and you're offering that in the game. And I also would question how many people buy amiibo based on the functionality they have in the video game. So I don't understand. Like, I'd be amazed, right? And maybe I'm way out of touch here. I probably am. But I'd be amazed if people went, fuck it, I've got to get this amiibo because it lets me listen to my different music in the thing. So it's lose-lose for Nintendo. They look stupid hiding this stuff behind an expensive paywall. And I don't think they'll be selling many more of these items for it. I think
it's tough because we have no idea what the conversation was within the dev team, because it could be that someone implemented this and then someone else went, fucking let's lock that behind an amiibo. I think what's more likely is that someone came in and said, right, we've been told we've got to lock something behind amiibo functionality. Has anyone got any ideas? And someone went, put all the music on the bike.
That's it. Absolutely. That's
But
it.
who knows?
Yeah, I can.
We don't know.
Yeah, I can imagine them totally running out of ideas at this point. But I don't see the benefit of offering this stuff.
Yeah, like I've
as
seen
an amiibo thing.
people giving it like, oh, they're locking like basic functionality. behind the Amiibo.
I wouldn't
is
say
it
a-
basic
I
functional?
wouldn't say a radio like
Feels quite superfluous to the way the game works. Like Ben's just saying in the chat as well. Ben's getting a lot of mentions this week. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, he says nowhere near as bad as the Skyward Sword fast travel thing, which I think is a fair point. That's a
I
real
don't understand why it's
mechanical
not
change.
just
Like
cosmetic costumes, like a different color suit or something like that. I don't understand why it's not just basic shit like that. But anyway, is that it for the news, James?
That is it. That's it. I mean, before the Game Awards this week, there's not much. There's not much happening. But
then I think it is time to
just
talk.
quickly, Game Awards. Is anyone staying up for it? I can't.
No,
be
absolutely
bothered.
not.
It's like 1 till 4 a.m. here.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, well, the time is just a ball ache, isn't it?
Yeah.
3
hours.
Yeah.
I know, but you get to see like Jeff's game cannon like being fired off. You know, like at different things.
Do you have to watch that in a private browser?
Today I heard the rumours that we're going to see the future of Tomb Raider, which is quite exciting, and also mad, given everything that Crystal Dynamics has gone through. But I'm interested in the
still
Tomb
with
Raider.
them, is it? I wasn't even sure if it was.
Last I checked, it was, yeah. But I mean, I can't wait to see what the new Tomb Raider is potentially like. But
There's not a screenshot, but there's like a concept thing, wasn't there? I wasn't that keen because it looked like really stylized. And I
I don't know. Was it? Oh, I haven't seen that. I just heard there was. Yeah.
Lots of realism.
Okay. Let's get on to what we've been playing. Obviously, there's the big release this week. 3 of us have been playing it. Myself, James and Matt, we've been playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. This game is, 8 years in the making? Or 8 years since they announced it. They first announced it, I believe. And 14 years since the last Metroid Prime?
God,
is that right?
That's
That's what I heard on another
right.
podcast.
Because that came out... Metroid Prime 3 came out on the Wii, I think it was. That was the
So of course, we had the remake of 1 on the Switch last year or the year before. So they've been dipping their toes in. It's important to remember this game has had a troubled development. At one point, Nintendo come out and said, "Look, we're scrapping it and starting again." You know, they were very public with how hard they found making this game.
What must it have been like before?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they did there. But look, jokes aside, you know, I have dipped in and out of Metroid. I've never been the biggest fan. I did quite enjoy Metroid Prime, the remake of the first game on the Switch. It was, I think it had faults, but it was a very, very old game. I really enjoyed Metroid Dread, which was obviously not a 3D iteration of the series. And these are very different games to the 2D ones. James, you're the biggest Metroid fan amongst us. I'm really interested to hear. Like, so how? Let's get this out of the way. How far into it are you? How many hours have you put in?
I mean, I probably put about 4 hours. I think 4 to 5 hours. I think, but I don't know how far I'm in because the progression in this game I'm finding really irritating.
Yeah, there's so it's quite linear and then it becomes non-linear, right? It says you can go and do these 3 or 4 different things in any order. There's no need to call me that. Matt, we had a chat at the Christmas party last night, and James and I made a prediction that you'd finish this game because you've been appearing offline on your Switch.
All my consoles offline. Yeah.
How far into it are you?
No, I'm not. I was planning to. I was like, I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna just get it smashed. I'm 8.5 hours in according to my game clock.
So you're quite far into it.
Basically,
I'm supposed to be about 11 hours, right?
Oh, I heard it's like 15.
Is that it?
I heard
how
it's 15.
How long it says 11 hours?
Fuck, they're usually about 30 hours or 40
hours. No, so I looked on How Long to Beat. It said, I think it's 11 and a half hours and then 13 and a half to fully do everything.
That's
completionist is 15, but main plus 15. Extra is 13 hours.
Oh, right, okay.
That's got to be the shortest Metroid game ever made.
Although I thought that was
maybe the first one.
So the original Metroid Prime was. I mean, I'm not saying this is like a good measure of value for
no, of course not. No, but
for the sake of comparison, so the original Metroid Prime was between 14 and 17 and a half hours.
Right.
That was for longer.
Like, I do think that is relevant though, because this is a big part of what we will see in the reaction to this game is what people are expecting out of it. And people that go out and buy Metroid Prime 4 will be fans of Metroid, and they will be fans of the Prime series, which I know you are, James. So I'm fascinated. We've not been speaking about this to each other. I'm fascinated to see what you think of it.
But you see, that's the thing, because like in terms of Metroid, I'm a big fan of the 2D ones. Like I'm really like, I loved Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion. I even liked. I enjoyed that, and also like the other ones that came out on the Game Boy Advance, where they like remastered for Metroid Zero Mission. For the 3D ones, the first one's only the one that I really enjoyed, because the second one I hated. Like I really, really didn't like it at all, and the third one I never played. So, I never got round to it. So, the Prime series has always been a bit, but I did really like the first one, particularly like the music in it was fantastic. And when it first came out, the first
one should have been the hardest, right? Because it's a translation of that 2D game into a 3D first person setting. Like you would think this would be a series that initially stumbled and then sort of found its feet, whereas it feels like it's been the opposite, if anything.
And because it's funny, because I remember when it came out on the GameCube, they were like, Nintendo were being heralded as being like, this is the only company that is able to like successfully convert like their 2D games into 3D, because they've done it.
Because you had Super Mario,
Ocarina of Time,
Ocarina of Time,
that
was
Sonic Adventure.
Sorry, Matt. They had history of doing this and nailing it, and I think to some extent they did achieve that with Prime. I think it was a very, very different game, but you could see how they'd taken elements of Metroid and what that was and converted that into a 3D action game.
And they did, and I still think, I mean, as you said, at this stage it's dated. Like even like the remaster or whatever is dated in the design, and that's the same problem I've got with this one. Because this is a very weird game in the sense that I'm kind of enjoying it, but also kind of not enjoying it for various reasons as well. Firstly, I don't think it looks very good at all.
So that's interesting. I think that's one of the few things that I'm getting ahead of myself. I think that's one of the things that I think is really good about the game. I think it looks gorgeous.
I don't think it does.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
People are saying it's gorgeous, and I don't see that at all.
It looks really flat and basic to me. But,
it does.
I think it's really nice.
Like it's not up to current standards.
No, but maybe I'm just impressed it's on like Switch, Switch 2.
But we're also talking Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, that is true.
And they
but
look really good.
I don't think I haven't thought the visuals were the issue. I think it looks nice, and there's been some nice kind of where you walk out this very early section before you go into like the first major dungeon, like you get to see over this big landscape. I think it looks nice. I think, right. I mean, but it's just my opinion.
So there's that. I'm not feeling the atmosphere either, and that's not just down to the whole, sidekick stuff, which I don't really care about that much. It hasn't really, I wouldn't say it hasn't bothered me, but it just feels superfluous. I don't know why.
Does he go away after the initial?
Not really.
Okay, all right. Stop. Everyone just stop, right? Because I can't sit here and let you do your bit and then explain what I think about the game. Because we need to talk about this together. We're not doing a monologue and then a monologue. I fucking hate it. And look, if you love Metroid Prime 4, and I know there's a lot of people that really like this game out there, and you're going to be disappointed with what you hear. Please just fast forward rather than having a go at us, because this is just how we feel about the game. And I'm sure there are certain things that I like in the game. There's a lot that I dislike. But while we're talking about the psychic ability stuff, holy fucking shit, that summarizes one of the major problems I have with this game.
I mean, I was talking about sidekick.
Yeah, sidekick, not
sidekick. Not the psychic stuff.
I thought you meant psychic ability.
No. I was talking about Miles. I was talking about, all that stuff.
Well, Miles is the best thing in the game. Miles is the best thing to happen to Metroid.
He really has taken it to another level, I think.
The problem with Metroid games, right, is that when you get lost, you don't know where to go. And Miles now could tell you where to go. So you don't get lost anymore. I don't understand why anyone would have a problem with that. Why would you have a problem with that?
Because it's irritating, is why.
No,
because
like I was. There's a bit in it, right, where when you first meet Miles, he's on top of a spaceship, and there's 4 vines hanging down from it, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And Miles goes, why not shoot at the vines? And I shot at the vines, and it works. I was like, brilliant, I can move on. Ben said, is this a wind-up in the chat? Yes, this is absolutely a wind-up in the chat. I can't stand Miles. I do not understand what he's doing in this game.
no, it's
But I haven't been annoyed because he's not in that much, and like there are other sidekicks you meet, and they're better or worse. But yeah, it's not offensive. It's just like, yeah, he's there, he's an idiot.
Mate, he's a little bit offensive.
I think because we saw all the shit beforehand, it doesn't. I'm kind of like done with it anyway. But I'm not like, oh my god.
Sure.
It's just,
But
yes,
can I just
it's that
say,
kind of
Matt,
humor I'm not a fan of, but he's not. He's not talking to you constantly. When he does it, it's annoying, sure. But
Matt,
it's not
he
like
did one
in your
thing
ear.
that properly made me laugh out loud in this game, and it made me think of James, like, because James must have just thrown his fucking Switch out the window at this point. So you walk in, Sean, you'll love this. You'll love it. You walk into a facility, you pick up a map, and the map opens up like it usually does in Metroid Prime games. It shows you the big 3D view of the map and all the tunnels and all the things. And Miles goes, hey, Samus, so we need you to turn the electricity on. So if you travel down this way, down this path, at the bottom there's a generator. Please turn that on. Once you turn it on, you can come back up and the power will be, I'm paraphrasing, the power will be returned to the facility. And I started laughing, and he went, do you want me to say that again?
Yeah,
And
know.
I fucking belly laughed. I was like,
that came up, and I was like,
holy
fuck no.
shit.
I don't want you to say that again. I don't want you to say it in the first place.
I cannot believe a game that is notorious for letting you find like your way in the world has actually just described exactly what you need to do to the minute detail, and then say, would you like me to repeat that? I fucking belly laughed.
And that's the biggest problem I've had with it in like the last, for the first sort of 4 to 5 hours, is it's really linear as well. Like,
yeah, it's very linear and very
super
miles
linear.
heavy in those first 4 hours for sure.
And it's, it doesn't give you, it holds your hand, to excruciatingly irritating extent. And but then also you've still got that same thing where once you do get to the desert and you can kind of explore, it's not much point, is there?
Oh, the desert is embarrassing. It's
huge.
massive.
There's nothing there. It's just
it's massive. It's boring. And you have a currency in the game. These green crystals, and yeah, they're dotted around the desert. And I watched I think it's Skill Up's review. I think it's his review, and basically he wasn't a fan because towards the end, like, you need a certain amount of crystals. He's like, make sure when you're on the desert, hit the crystals, because you don't want what he had to do. We had like an hour of grinding for stupid bloody green crystals.
And I'll tell you what, getting those crystals is really irritating as well, because so many times have I driven through those, and I'm not sure if it's actually like
so you have to
smashed
turn
all of
around.
them or not. So then you have to keep. The bike is rubbish. I'm sorry, but the bike is rubbish.
But
Like,
just on the green crystal thing, right? Sometimes when you're playing a game in front of someone else, and it's like, you're enjoying the game, but if someone else is looking at it, it's like, what are you doing? This looks rubbish. They're like, no, I'm doing this because I've got to, get Ellie across the town to meet Joel, whatever. But like, no, like when I caught myself playing this game, smashing green crystals on a bike in the desert, I'm like, what am I doing? This is the most basic. Oh yeah, why? There's no reason why. I'm just and is it fun? No. And why am I doing it? Because I've got to get 60,000 crystals for literally no reason. It's like it's the most boiled down, stereotypical basic task for a video game for no reason. It's like there's no enjoyment out of it. It's like the desert is just empty
totally
and boring.
pointless.
There are some things to discover, like but there's barely anything really there. It's boring. It's pointless.
And also, like, especially in the beginning when you start. There you go. I said it in the beginning. Especially in the beginning when you're like, when you start going around and it's just like everything's gated, obviously, behind, and it's like, okay, I've got to wait until I get that ability.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I know where this is going, with this. And this is the thing that I found most difficult with this.
I mean, in fairness, James, the Metroid games have always been.
They've always done
No,
that.
they have, but this feels. I don't know why, but this just feels even more egregious. And I think one of the reasons for it is I was watching another review where people were talking about how there has been like an evolution in the design of like Metroidvanias or whatever you want to call it over the over the years, whereby tools that you get you can use in different ways. To, like,
I think that was the skill up review.
That was the skill up one. Yeah,
basically saying that Metroidvanias have moved on. Look at things like Animal Well and Guacamelee and stuff,
and this completely hasn't. And I feel like I'm going through the motions as I'm playing it because of the fact that there's so little there that is new or innovative or interesting, and it's just like, I'm playing another one of these, and it could just be like an expansion for like the original. But
hold on, no, it's another one of these, but it's worse.
But worse,
The bit that I've just done. So basically, the desert acts like
so a hub.
It's like a Hyrule Field?
It's Hyrule Field,
Ocarina of Time. It's this massive open space between the places that you need to go to. But I just went to a place and it went, right, now go back to that first place right at the bottom of this level again. So I had to drive back to that level, then go right down to the bottom of that map to unlock an ability.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, there must be some sort of fast travel now back to no. Back out of that level again, and I was like, "What the fuck are you making me do here?"
And it's not just that; it's like, so you have to travel like often quite long distances where nothing happens for like a long period of time, and then you get there and there's a cutscene, as which is presumably loading or whatever, like the area that you're going into.
The running cutscene.
Yeah, and it's too long.
Mate, have you seen that on the Switch?
No.
On the normal Switch, it's fucking hilarious. There's a side-for-side video of it, and so basically the main cutscene that I'd seen on the comparison was it's Samus running down a corridor, and it has a shot of her running, then a shot low down of her running, then a shot like in front of her as running, and then it sort of loads into the game. This one does that same 3 shots like 8 times back to back. It was like the end theme last episode of TCGS. It was like it just kept looping. It was so funny. Can we talk about the bike a little bit? Because firstly, I think the design's awful. Secondly, the way it introduced you to it, I was in bits. So basically, without wanting to spoil it, so if you're not here and you're playing the game, then please fast forward. You find the bike in a bike making factory, but for some reason this bike won't move. So you have to do a load of stuff in these towers, which is all dreadful. And then you finally get to go on your bike. You sit in the bike, Sean, and it goes, right, rev it up, and you see like the revs go, and the door starts unlocking in front of you and go. And it all starts opening. You go like, here we go, here we fucking go. And then it releases you and you go at about 12 miles an hour.
Yeah, that is also very funny.
Limited speed indoors,
And then it sticks you on a bunch of Mario Kart style tracks to teach you how to use the bike.
Yeah, and those Mario Kart tracks look like something from like a Sonic game. Like they do you know what I mean? Like a Sonic bonus stage. Is what they look like, and which is not good.
And you're riding around this thing, and it's saying, right, do a lap in less than a minute, and you're going, this is a Metroid game, man. Like this is supposed to be you isolated in this unknown world and discovering what is wrong with this world and feeling that threat and oppression of being on your own. And I am riding around on a Mario Kart style track and trying to beat a lap time. Like it is mental. Like it's mental. I cannot believe that game is. I can't believe this is in the game. Like I if you'd have shown me this last year, a clip of someone riding around, I would have assumed that it was a piss take. Like I cannot believe it's in the game. And I come out of that whole section just going, this is supposed to be a big moment. Like you're supposed to feel that you've got this big powerful bike and this is it, and this is cool. And I just thought this is fucking lame. And if this wasn't a Metroid game, I don't think it'd be getting the pass that it has.
I agree.
I think this would be getting slaughtered if this was a new IP from Sega or something. Like it's wild how much it gets wrong, and that's removing the disappointment of how much it's losing from what you love about Metroid games, right? It's as you say, the first 2.5 hours is linear. You go here, you do this, you go there, you do that. There's no getting lost. There's no like the opening of Silksong had its problems, but the opening of that game and the wonder of where everything was and trying to wrap your head around it was great, right? There is zero.
And also,
there's none of that in this.
And the big problem also with that is the fact that you have like this hub, like the desert, and then you've got these other areas that you're supposed to go to, and it doesn't feel at all like a coherent world.
I thought exactly that today, James. Exactly that. I was like, why is there a fire level here?
Yeah, why is there
The snow level?
I mean, you'll pleased
forest.
to know. Yeah, pleased to know, Sean. There is a nice area, obviously, right next to the desert. Not sure why, but yeah. And that's the problem. It doesn't feel like a coherent world at all. Like if you go back to like the first Metroid Prime, it really did. Like Talon 4, I think it was called, was the planet, and it feels like you're on a planet which has like different biomes or whatever that you go between. This one doesn't feel like that at all. It's really, really disappointing.
The first level, like the forest level, is okay. If it was mostly that'd be fine. That'd be better. But rather than going to disparate like the snow area, the lava area, it's like no, it had more atmosphere in that first bit, and then suddenly you're in the actual game and it just feels flat and rubbish.
I wonder how much of this is part of the development of like they started working on various dungeon designs or whatever for this, which is basically what each of these areas is, and they were like, how are we gonna do this? Then it was just like, okay, we need to ship this like soon. How are we gonna tie all this together? Stick a big desert in the middle and
naturally.
And just drive between stuff. That's the thing, because one of the things that was really good with Ocarina of Time was that the stuff like going across like Hyrule Field and stuff, like riding the horse was a nice experience. Like back in the day, it was a nice experience to do that. Driving this bike is not a nice experience. It doesn't feel cool at all, and it also goes too slow. I think it's not. Yeah. Which is irritating.
You get a boost which doesn't last long enough.
Yeah.
Like there's no. You would expect to use a boost and for the camera to pan in slightly and the sparks to come off around the screen and that really sort of fierce feeling of driving at a high speed. None of that. None of that. Like it's got little ramps, but you can't really jump over them unless you're boosting. So you sort of just drive over them a bit, and you're like, "This is what the fuck are they even going for?"
Can I also talk about the scanning?
Oh, I desperately want to talk about this.
Because the scanning is also... I mean, the thing is, right, is they've always had, like, the Prime games have always had this, like, mechanic of, like, you go in and you scan things, stuff and you get, like, extra information or whatever. But it's so... It must be the same. It must be the same as Metroid Prime, but it feels so slow and monotonous to do, and
there's
it's like
so much of it.
And this, exactly.
I don't mind if the whole thing about Metroid is like that's where the story is told. That's where you understand the lore. Yeah. But if I'm having to scan every fucking computer in a room, and there's like 50 of it. Also, I found out afterwards, I'm really annoyed, is that if you want to go for 100%, and I did in Metroid Dread because I absolutely love Metroid Dread, I thought it was amazing and 100% in that game. I can't now do this on this because I didn't scan one thing in the tutorial section that you can't go back to.
Oh, that's
really?
Yeah, so I mean, but regardless, the scanning it's slow. There can be rooms with so many things in it. I feel like I've always scanned before. Also, if you die, I mean, I want to talk about checkpoints in a minute.
Like why do I have to scan like multiple types of crates? And it's like each one's different for some reason.
And like that crate is not moving the story forward or the lore or telling me more about the environment. It's like it's a crate used for storage. It's like fucking hell, why I've had to do it because I'm in a room and there's green and when you press like the scan button, all the things in the room that are scannable are green. It's like I guess I will do it. But it's like bloody hell. It's like there's so much of it. It feels like I'm starting all the time. There's no flow with this game. I'm like, brilliant, what can I do?
Can I just say what sums that up? Like, so you play a game like Doom Dark Ages that came out this year. You go, and I know they're going for different vibes, right? I get that, but I'm just using this as an extreme, just extremes, right? The way they do things. In that game, if there's a lift in that game, you walk into the center of the lift and it moves. Right, and you go down. In this game, you have to go into psychosis mode or whatever. What they call it?
Psychic mode or whatever.
Psychic mode. You need to scan the panel next to the lift. You then
even though you've probably done that 3 or 4 times already on different panels.
You need to then go up to it, press it. Then a blue thing appears in the lift, and then you go into the lift, and then it goes down, and you just go. Every time I'm using a lift, and there are a lot of them, it's taking me 20 seconds that I should not be spending activating a lift. This is insane game design.
This isn't a defense of it. Just is that trying to mitigate loading times, possibly, or
no? I don't think it is because
in the same areas. I don't think it's the loading.
Yeah, it feels like it's trying to say, hey, you. The idea is that the that telekinesis mode is sort of pitched as, no, this is you trying to get inside the minds of this planet and how it all works and understand the language and the technology and everything. And I think it's trying to do that. But the problem is, as Matt says, you're doing that. You'll see the same panel next to the same lift on various levels, and you've still got to scan each one of those individually. And by the time you go, well, surely Samus remembers from just up there. Surely.
Especially if I'm backtracking back to Tower 1. I'm not doing it again. Just to, okay, fine.
It's like that's a bomb slot. It's like, I know I've scanned quite a lot of those already. It's like, why do I need to do it again? That's what I don't understand at all.
And the scanning, as Matt says, the scanning takes way too long. You see a little retina go and you're like, oh fucking hell, really?
Yeah,
if you
quicker,
want me to do
please.
this all the time, why am I sitting here watching this animation every time? Like, it's mad.
And just semi-related to that, so I apart from being annoyed the fact that I missed a couple tutorial, I'm basically trying to do everything I can. But then I died because the checkpoint in this game is also weird. I mean, sometimes if you die, it'll say, start from save, or sometimes it'll say start from checkpoint. And anyway, I did like 45 minutes in one of the dungeons. I was just like going around a corner, and I had low energy. I wasn't really thinking. I was looking at my phone, and I died to these like little guys basically. And I was sent right back to the start of when you first see the bike. And I'd done like 2 towers, right? Not just that, I had to do all the scanning again. It didn't even say the scanning. It was fucking hell. Like, okay, I died, it's my fault, whatever. I get it if I have to maybe unlock some doors or kill enemies again. But I have to do all the scanning again? It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, that is literally, it's a save point. So if you die, there's no checkpoint, is there?
There are some, that's the thing. It's...
Yeah, no, there's checkpoints when you go between areas as well. Like it does save then as well.
But if you're in an area, and I'm like, okay, I mean, and just like other ones, so you are desperately trying to find a save room, and but I'm like, now I'm just got to the third boss to get the third key or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna scan everything I can, get as close to the boss door as I can, then go back to the save room because I don't want to like. Okay, I've got all my missiles and stuff. I'm going to scan, then do the boss, then die. No, I'm just scanning, going back. I'm actually like backtracking myself just to make sure everything is scanned before saving and then doing the boss.
Mate, you've got to get out of that scan shit. Surely you shouldn't be. I don't want to scan everything.
No, but I mean, a lot of things I have to like to progress bits in the game.
Can we also talk about like the actual combat, because I think it's rubbish, and it's like particularly like the boss encounters are not fun at all.
There's been one boss encounter that I enjoyed. I enjoyed the boss encounter, the big ball, pulsating ball with the. Like
that was right, but it also went on for ages.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I did that one first time. But
the one with is it Silax or whatever it is?
Silax, yeah.
With the spinning thing.
Was
really
right, Sean,
annoying.
You fight this sort of like robot ninja thing, and one of the moves that it's got is that it turns into a spinning top and starts going around the circular area, and you have to go into a ball and lay the bombs to try and explode it.
Oh,
that's the move.
Yeah, so you sort of baited him towards you. Bomb,
but it looks so bad because it is literally a spinning top and you're this little ball rolling around. It looks awful.
And that's when it looks like an iOS game. Like seriously, like visually, it doesn't look great at all. Like it really doesn't.
I agree on those bits. Yeah, maybe that's it. But when you go to like, the lightning area where you do the towers, I thought that would look great. Like the rain, I thought
that stuff looks it's not so bad.
Yeah, I don't think it does, mate. I don't think it does. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, this looks beautiful." I look at it and just go, "Do you know what? It looks acceptable for a Switch game."
Yeah.
But this is the new hardware, and I know that this is still out. It's out on Switch as well, and I've heard that actually it's not a bad version of it, other than loading on the Switch. In this day and age, in the games that we're playing at the moment, I don't think it lives any. I don't think it deserves to be called beautiful at any point.
I agree. And
I think some of the enemy design looks fucking dreadful. Actually, I like a lot of them are robots that you would have seen in 360 games, or bugs that you would have seen in 360 games. It looks like a 360 game.
Well, a lot of it looks like Halo 5. Like it really does.
It's definitely
and
Halo 5.
It's got that same sort of aesthetic, which is really disappointing. I mean, can I just ask, have either of you tried the mouse mode?
No, I haven't.
No, but you can see that it's
Because I have.
asking me to do it. So you can see that it's asking you to do it because when you lock on, the sort of triangle comes up, doesn't it? And you can move with the left stick within that triangle as you're locked on. So it's like as if to go, you're supposed to have free movement in here, but it's quite shit to do on a thumbstick. So I could see the game's sort of going to me, come on, use the mouse.
It doesn't feel nice on a Pro Controller like at all. I don't think
It doesn't feel nice with the mouse. I mean, seriously, I tried because I tried it because I was just curious to see what it would be like. And I mean, first of all, you know how using the Joy-Con as a mouse is kind of horrible anyway because it's just not comfortable. But the trouble is that it still requires the use of the face buttons as well to like do all of the the functions. So if you're trying to scan stuff,
face buttons.
or the tiny face buttons that you're trying to activate scanning. You're trying to go into a ball or whatever like that. Quite difficult to do that when you're holding it in mouse mode, and it's really uncomfortable. And I honestly understand what you're saying, David. But I don't see the point of it. I don't know why they made a big thing out of it. I really don't. Because I've played this
Hold
game.
on, what do you mean? Whoa, slow down.
Nintendo in general or this game?
What do you mean? No, what do you mean? You know what I mean, David? I wasn't defending it at any point.
No, I know what you mean. I don't. I'm not saying you're defending it, but what I mean is I know what you mean about what you were saying about how you can it more easily move the target around and stuff like that.
That is not what I said, James. I want to make that clear for the audience. I did not say it was easier.
No,
I did not say it was improvement or
they were
better.
hinting. No, you were saying that they were hinting that that's what you're supposed to be able to do in mouse mode.
Yeah,
right?
look, it's supposed to be a little bit more free movement if you're using the mouse.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not saying that you say that. I'm saying that that's what they were hinting at.
Like the water stuff, you twist your words, Dave.
I know. I don't like this James Farley with his paraphrasing. Go on.
But yeah, it's dreadful. It was really. I don't know. I stopped almost immediately because I was like, this is so uncomfortable, and I don't see any benefit whatsoever to doing this other than just locking on. As you do normally with these games. I don't know what the point of that was. I really don't. And see, I'd like to say I'm kind of disappointed with this, but I'm not really because I think this is kind of what we were expecting that this game was going to be, and it's. But it is disappointing.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that it had as many positive reviews as it did.
Yeah.
I mean, Giant Bomb gave it a fucking 5 out of 5, and I can't imagine how they got to that.
But you see, you're right as well about one thing, which is that, because I mean, as I said, this feels like Metroid Prime, but as you said, but worse. It's a worse version of. I mean, as I said, I hated 2. I thought it was terrible. 3 I never played, but I can't imagine that it was as bad. This is not very good, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm.
Yeah. And I played a little bit of 1, didn't play 2 or 3, obviously, but I absolutely loved Dread so much, and that felt like it was doing new things and it was exciting, and I don't know, this doesn't really have that. I'm playing it, because I've started and I thought I'd try and get it finished for the pod, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
also on the visual stuff. I was just thinking back to one of the things that came out for the Switch that was a big deal. I think when it first came out was obviously you had Mario Odyssey, which looked amazing. I think when that came out on Switch, but Breath of the Wild also looked impressive. In terms of stylized, visuals. Obviously, there was frame rate problems and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if you looked at Breath of the Wild, the screenshots, it looked dreadful, but I think the art style largely saved it.
Whereas this, I don't get that at all. And there's not that level of sort of wow, this is for a new machine or something like that at all. And I know it's because it's obviously been made for the Switch as well. But so was Breath of the Wild, and it still ran better on the Switch and looked kind of looked better as well.
For the Wii U.
Yeah, sorry, the Wii U. Yeah, it's no, I don't know.
Music's all right.
It's not though. That's another thing that I don't like.
Yeah, because it still doesn't.
Really?
It has
what don't you like about the music?
Okay,
it's all right.
One of the things that was really good with the first Metroid Prime, which you can listen to on Nintendo Music on the app, is that there's a lot of variation with the themes, and they work so well with the environments that you're in. This one's got far too much of the whole
whoa.
Yeah,
There
so
is a lot of
stuff.
the whoa.
There's way
Yeah.
too
That's why I
much
feel
of that.
so
in
Halo.
this.
Yeah, there is a fair
I'm
amount of
finding
that.
it quite irritating.
What's really my
Yeah.
favourite thing about the music that I've noticed so far is that so when you're doing the tower bit, there's a certain bit where it all kicks off, and it builds, and all of a sudden something happens, and it's like, and it's like
Yeah.
really intense. And I was like, and then I walked out, and it all calms down because I was past like the intense battle bit, and I was like, right, where do I go now? And then I must have like put it on sleep mode or whatever, and then went back to it and opened the game up again. I thought, oh fuck, which door did I? Oh, I'll go through that door. You walk into there. I walked back outside basically, and there's nothing there, but it still went. I can't get back inside. Actually, trying to avoid all that.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to have like the iconic music in a save room.
No.
I mean it probably does, but it's like very, very subtle. Like I feel like I've heard little tiny glimpses of
There
past
are little
themes that I
glimpses
might
of it, yeah,
recognise. I'm like,
right,
oh, it's like the thing, but not enough at all, really.
I mean, after playing this, I'd be okay if they don't bother with any more of these and they just do the
I don't
2D
think they
ones.
will. I
Well,
don't
so,
know.
I mean,
will.
I don't know. So, I mean, this might be a massive seller. We don't know. I mean, it's hard to save some of these things. And if there is,
won't-
even if
won't.
it
It
is,
will be-
I'm not sure if there will be another one.
Well, like we were saying the other week, weren't we? That like Metroid has never actually been a huge
No.
seller. Not in,
No.
first party, second party Nintendo terms. Did they? No, they did buy Retro.
Oh, they
Retro.
bought Retro, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's first party really. It's but then Retro don't do anything else. So if they're not doing any more Metroid,
Well, no,
Prime...
it did Donkey Kong games.
Oh, did they? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
that's
the-
right. Yeah.
They shifted over to Donkey Kong, and
I'll do
yeah.
more of that then.
Who made? Did they make Dread? Who did all someone else make
No,
Dread?
Dread
It
was Mercury Steam,
Mercury.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Mercury Steam. Yeah.
Get enough. That was an incredible game. Get
Well,
another
I
one
should
in,
say,
mate.
Mercury Steam under Nintendo's watchful
Yeah.
eye. Like it's better than Mercury
It's
Steam.
better than
was
the.
over.
They did a Castlevania as well, I think.
They did.
Didn't they?
Yeah,
which was all right, but Dread was significantly better.
Yeah,
And,
man, what a game.
I mean, I would love it, and I think it is the right direction to go. Do you know what? Metroid to us now is a 2D, side-scrolling Metroidvania game, and we know how to make good ones of those. And if we look at what other Metroidvanias are doing, we can make even better ones of those. Like,
that's
I
cool, though,
like
Metroid.
Dread.
Like there is more than ever. There is an appetite for because obviously during the whole time that Metroid has been a thing, Dark Souls has appeared, and it's like there's more of an appetite than ever for opaque storytelling, people being lost, confused, etc. Like people are all right with that stuff now. Maybe it's original Dark Souls was a long time ago now, but do you know what I mean? That the people are all right. That there is an audience for that stuff. You do not have to go. No one's going to want to play it if we don't tell them what to do every step of the way, and you do not have to. Capitulate to that stuff.
I don't know who this is for because I also because I got Asher to play it as well because I was just curious because I was just like I wanted to see. He's never played obviously any of the Prime games or anything like that. He's never played any Metroid games, and I was just wondering maybe it's just because they're trying to catch a younger generation or something like that, or they think this will be. He was bored and he played it for probably played it for about an hour and then he was just like, I'm all right. I don't really want to play this. And so if this series, as you said, it's not a massive seller in terms of Nintendo franchises and stuff like that, but there is a hardcore of people that really like it that have always been into Metroid stuff. Just cater to that. Why don't you just do that? Because it seems they're buying enough of Metroid Dread and stuff like that. Why bother trying to do this? I don't know who this is for.
Yeah,
And-
it feels like they're trying to make it more accessible with the different sort of atmosphere and the sidekicks and this and that. But yeah, I'd actually love them just to, as Sean said, actually, or maybe it's David, actually look at what other Metroidvanias are doing and put that cool stuff or your own great ideas into a Metroid game. But they're just seemingly not. I mean, I feels like,
was
who's
made
this
in a
for?
vacuum, wasn't it?
It's for people. Yeah, it's for people who liked Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, and then
I've got a
have not
different
played another
take on
game
that.
since, and then they want another one because it feels very much like the old games. Like nothing's really progressed at all.
Yeah, I think it's separate. I think the stuff that you're saying there, Matt, definitely applies to the 2D stuff. For the 3D stuff, I don't think it was necessarily made in a vacuum, James. I think it was them going, we need to go back to Metroid Prime. We need that,
to go back to
and-
their roots.
It's a long. That
Yeah,
game
but I
came
think the
out
people
a
who-
long time ago.
But I think the people gave it 5 stars probably because they just wanted another Prime game, and this is
Well,
very
they've
much
got that,
another
but
Prime
it's
game.
worse. That's the thing. That's what they've got, but it's worse.
Yeah.
It's you know.
Well, it's worse, but it also comes with the caveat that this is not a 2002 game.
Yeah.
This is a 2025 game. You can't just release a game that is so similar to a game that come out on the GameCube and hope that it achieves the same reaction, because we've moved on, and there is a genuine place for a 3D action-based Metroidvania in using Samus and that world, everything they've built up. And instead,
like an exploration
not done
style
it.
game. It doesn't have to be like a Dark Souls like style thing. You know,
it doesn't have to be a Dark Souls. It doesn't need to be you need the grapple hook to get past this.
Yeah.
But you look at what Journey to the Savage Planet did. For that, I know you've not played that, James. You'd love it, I think, because it has a lot of Metroidvania style. You need to do this to get here and do that to get here, but it actually feels fun to play. Okay, the sequel wasn't as good, definitely not. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either, and I'm sort of thankful that I really had a worry that we were going to argue about this game, James, tonight.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say on Samus? This point has been discussed elsewhere, but I'll say it. But like the fact, I know she doesn't talk, that's fine, but it feels worse than ever because everyone else is so chatty. It's like it makes sense if she wasn't chatting because there's no one else to talk to, and that's just a silent protagonist. But it doesn't make sense when you've got like a ship of people who are like chatting and saying stuff, and you're just saying nothing. It's like it makes less sense. It's just dumb.
You know Ryan Jow. He tweeted something on Blue Sky not so long ago, which I thought was a really good idea for like how you could deal with Metroid with this, which is that because the other problem with this series is it's the same problem that the Zelda series kind of had, which they kind of fixed with Breath of the Wild, which is that it's the repetition of the mechanics and the fact that you bring out the same stuff. Like you have you got your boomerang, you've got your whatever, and in this it's like you got your grapple hook, you got the thing, and he was like, why not do it so that when you land on these planets, it's like you're interfacing with like new alien technology or whatever, and then you've got to get used, and that gives you immediately like the in for like why for like how you're trying to explore this planet, and you're finding new things that you're trying to interface with rather than just the same stuff of just like it's
like why can't it be that Samus lands in a new situation where all the abilities and stuff she's got just aren't really relevant, like they just don't really work in the new the new setting or whatever.
And you have to find
to be fair, this is what I said about Metroid Prime when I said Metroid. Why is there always a bit where you go down somewhere, something happens and you lose all your abilities? Why is that every single time? Why can't you start with all the abilities and then get new ones on top of that?
Better
or
ones.
Something to make the missiles a little bit more interesting. I
think that was more acceptable with the original Metroid Prime because it was the first one that they were doing in that series. I think that's more acceptable. But then as it's gone on, it becomes a lot less acceptable. And,
what is one more question? Look, I don't like shitting on the game, but fuck it, we're here now. What is that slow moving purple missile thing? Why did anyone think that would be fun to use?
Oh yeah, like the psychic beam.
Yeah. Has anyone used
the
psychic
fucking
gameplay, boys?
The psychic stuff makes no sense at all anyway. Like it's pointless and irritating.
I've used it to look around large environments as like a different camera, but that's
have you used it to slowly create a shape to create another shape to slowly move your fingers over past that shape and then round and then up again? Have you done that a few times?
Done that.
There's also that other thing you do when you're in the morph ball and then you're supposed to like release one, and every single time I forget that you can even do that because it's because you never do it, and there's no reason to do it apart from like designated areas. It's
I'll start with that. It's like how I know because I had to do the thing where you go in the ball and then it's
£40 I am selling
5.
This for second hand. £40 if anyone would like to buy it. It's the Switch 2 edition.
I mean, I've got my wild card sorted out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the mic. I
I need a drink. I'm really thirsty now after that. It's
oh yeah. Daddy wants some water. Daddy's been talking.
Is this another dig
Daddy
at me,
needs a
James?
whiskey.
No. This is another dig at me.
Yeah,
Go
just
some
eat a
crisps,
crisp,
mate.
I really hate. Do you know what I really hate is that I do know there's a lot of people out there that don't do they like this game, and I feel
And they're
like
called
we
perverts.
totally let them down. But I mean, I legitimately, I kept playing this yesterday, just going, I don't get it. I do not get this at all. I don't get where the enjoyment or the fun is, and that is not Nintendo to me. It's just
The thing
weird.
is I was annoyed because I'm like, okay, there's 2 weeks or so left to draft and gossip. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna do more of this, do more of that. And I'm like, oh no, this is out. I obviously need to play it, talk about it on the pod. And I'm like, I want to finish it. And now I'm like, why would I waste more time? Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not getting a lot of enjoyment out of it.
It's mad, isn't it? Because obviously, like, we're at that time of year where realistically we're looking for reasons to not have to play stuff because we're
We've got
cramming
enough to
stuff
catch
again.
up on as well.
So even if this was like a 7 out of 10, you might still be like, look, it's all right, but realistically, I'm not gonna find the time for it now because there's other, there's so many 9s to play. Why waste time with a 7, right? But it doesn't sound like it's even close to that. Like it just sounds genuinely quite bad.
Yeah, I would. There are moments where I go, I can see what they're going for at the very least. Like for me, it's hovering around a 5 or a 6. I wouldn't say it's like a 2, but
I just feel like I'm going through the motions with it,
yeah.
and it's and I hate the bike. I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid.
Yeah, it's a really bad idea. The bike is a really bad idea, and it's actually quite cringe to think that like Samus, this really cool character that you sort of, despite whether you like the games or not, you can look at that character and go, you are cool. To see them on a Mario Kart track with a fucking bike, but not in Mario Kart, is wild.
Sonic special stage,
Sonic special. Anyway, that's Metroid Prime 4. If you worked on that game, I'm so sorry for what you've just heard, but not a fan. Should we get to the other release this week that both Sean and James has been playing?
Can I just go and get a drink, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carl. Can you edit this out, Carl?
Thanks, Carl.
Which is Carl. Coral.
I might as well fill my water up.
Sorry, Ben. I see Ben getting very upset in the chat then.
We know you're not a pervert, Ben.
We don't know that. Let's not commit to that.
We don't know anything about him. Can be up to all sorts. Why can't Carl bring a drink? Because he can't be in 4 places at once. He's good, but he's not that good.
Yeah. Oh my
James
God.
on the squash.
Don't know what you're doing, Pod. Got some tickets for Millwall versus Bristol City on the 29th of December. Lovely job.
Excuse me, it is bedtime.
Yeah. Mate, 5:30 got to be up tomorrow to get to site.
Fuck that.
Absolutely shattered.
Both you called this game originally Marvel Cosmic Invaders.
Really?
On the dock, and I was googling. I was like,
sorry,
it's Invasion.
I just copied James, which is a weakness of character on my part. But
you're both
also
fucked up.
James's mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, you made the right choice there, Matt. By the way, I just seen your text. Right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's probably time to go to the second big release this week, which Sean and James, you've been playing. It's Marvel Cosmic Invasion. What the hell? I tell you what happened. I saw. Sorry, the kids say that all the time. I saw a review of this, thinking that this was that pretty cool looking beat 'em up that they were doing. There's a Marvel beat 'em up.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is that.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's
So
another
Sonic-
one as
No,
well, though.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
Sonic-
because
Oh,
there's
sorry,
quite like
Sorry,
Street
you're thinking
Fighter.
of the one-on-one beat 'em up, whereas this is like this is a roaming brawler.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I thought it was
yeah.
the one-on-one beat 'em up with all the
Right,
flashy
gotcha, sorry.
animations.
Yeah.
And then when I watched it, I was like, but should I be like that, or should I go? Actually, I'm going to give it a go.
I think you
Which
should,
way am I
think,
falling?
I think you should give it a go, Dave. So I was
Oh yeah.
already excited about this because it's by Tribute, who I'm a fan of, and they previously did the Scott Pilgrim game, which I was a big fan of. And prior to that, when they were still at Ubisoft, they did the TMNT game on the Game Boy Advance, which I remember was like one of the last few like really great Game Boy Advance games. I remember at the time, everyone's like, the DS was out at this point, and I just remember a lot of people being like, "Holy shit, have you played?" Like, I know it's just like a licensed game, but have you played the Game Boy Advance one? Because it's fucking great. Anyway, so there's pedigree there. And yeah, this is a sort of arcade style, old school brawler. It's all Marvel characters, all the ones that you like, but it's clearly nothing to do with the films, because at this point, why would you? Like, it's all characters from comics and stuff. And so far I've been really, really enjoying it. We've played it with like the three of us, which is really easy to do. It's just like, drop in, drop out co-op. There is technically a story. I haven't really paid much attention, but the voice acting is like suitably hammy and quite cool. It's just really nice to see Tribute. Obviously, like, they must have had a bit of a budget for this. So yeah, there's quite a lot of voice acting. All the characters have all these like voice call outs, but like Isaac was pissing himself because he was playing as Rocket Raccoon, and every time you try and use his special when it's not ready, he says something like, let me find another grenade or something, and Isaac thought that was the funniest thing he's ever heard. So he kept doing that over and over.
Yeah. Is that when Charlie, we played TMNT with
Yeah,
Charlie, and he kept
thing.
going, I need to focus my mind. He just kept saying that over and over again. It was so good. Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's as I say, I'm not very far in, but so far just seems to be a beautifully made, very cool, very fun roaming brawler. James, how much time have you spent with this?
Not a huge amount, because I wanted to play it with Asher, but all he wants to play is Minecraft at the moment,
Right.
which is doing my head in.
Why is that doing your head? Why would that do your head in?
Because I want to play games with him as well.
But you did play the Lego game with him, didn't you? And nearly killed him.
I know, but that was different. This usually we enjoy playing stuff together. That was
good.
just
All right.
yeah. But no, so far I'm kind of enjoying it. But then also, this feels more Turtles definitely than like Absalom or Streets of Rage. And I think the reason is because they have that slightly sort of like floaty feel to them that you get, which was the same with the Turtles games as well. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like they kind of like, to me, it kind of like lacks weight. The characters lack weight in like in the punches and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying like the diversity of character interactions as well. Like the fact because you pair up like two heroes that you can then like switch between as you're fighting, and then also do like combo moves and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not that far into the campaign, and but also you unlock like tons of like lore and all that kind of thing as well, like from the through like this like crystal system and stuff, which is pretty good. But yeah,
there's like a pretty big roster of characters, and it looks like there's more to unlock as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they all, like I say, they all seem really diverse, and then within that you've got the character you're currently controlling, and then they can do like a team up attack with your secondary character, and then also that secondary character can be sort of called in to do certain moves from their move set. Like it's just like a one-off rather than you actually switching to them. So I think there's probably a lot to this that I'm not really getting my head around yet.
Definitely, because there's so many like possible combinations as well of characters that you could that you can do that with. I mean, also like in the campaign, at the start of every level, you have like objectives as well that you can try and complete, which gives you extra stuff where you
windy pops, James. Windy pops.
When you like, it will say like if you're playing as like Black Panther, you need to be able to like do like a certain number of like kill a certain number of enemies or something like that, and then you get extra stuff out of that as well. And also the characters level up as well, like during the campaign.
I'm not sure. I think from what I've seen, it's just like stat boosts rather than like I don't think it's going to be anything sort of really fundamental like new moves or anything.
No,
I don't know. But
I think it's just health and also like the number of like specials you can do and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty good, but I want to play it with Asher as well, because I think playing on your own is probably not the way to go, because this feels very much like a co-op like experience. Like Absalom wasn't like that. Like that felt like you could play that like like on your own as like a sort of like an RPG basically. But this doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
It's but it's good. I think it's pretty good.
Feels like a game that I want to play with the boys.
Yeah,
Just sit down and play free player and have a bit of
I think
laugh
it's
with
on
it.
Game Pass.
Is it
on Game Pass?
Yes, I think it is. I think that's where I saw the trailer for it. Yeah. Maybe that's maybe that's something to do.
One thing though, Sean, what have you done with the visual settings? Because I put the CRT mode on because I just thought it looked bad without it.
So I wanted to put the CRT mode on, and then Isaac told me that was not allowed, and he prefers it. He prefers it without the filter, so we are filterless. I think it looks great either way. I think the pixel art's beautiful, but yeah, obviously these days I'm now, it's like, well, what did the developers intend? Did they design the pixel art to be viewed through the CRT filter or not? Do you know what I mean? Because I know there's this sort of constant back and forth where it's like, no, like old games weren't meant to be viewed with like pixel perfect. Like they were supposed to have that sort of fuzzy look to them. Whereas when it's like a modern game with a pixel art aesthetic that has an optional CRT filter, I'm just a bit like, just tell me what you intended, and I'll just go with that.
I just found with this one, it just felt like it smoothed things out a bit because it's quite jaggy. I found like without it, but it's funny because like the CRT filter thing, I've never really liked that. Especially like with the with like old emulation stuff as well, like with Nintendo Online and stuff like that. But then more recently, I've started using it. I'm like, actually, this I'm digging this. It's like it is reminding me more of the experience I had when I played these games, and because I think especially for the Nintendo Online stuff, they've really improved them recently. They look significantly better than they did when they first came out. But yeah, not bad.
Good game. Well worth
Cool. I might put that on my list of games to play. James, what else have you played this week?
So the other game I played is Terminator Resistance, which is a game from 2019, but then was updated.
So why have you done this?
This is the RoboCop people.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Okay, so this is the reason why I played this. So I mean, I've always been a huge fan of like the Terminator series anyway. Well, the first two films, and I've always wanted a game which is good. And I remember playing the Bethesda ones. Which came out a very long time ago on PC. That were like there was like Terminator Future Shock, and then there was also Skynet as well, and they were good. Like for the time, they were good like PC games because they were like fully 3D as well at the time when a lot of games weren't, and it was kind of cool and everything. And the reason I played this is because I saw it on sale quite a long time ago, and then I bought it for very cheap, and then I was like, I'm going to go back to that at some point. And it was because I found out, obviously, it's by the same developers that did RoboCop Rogue City, which I really enjoyed. And this was before that, so this was like their prior game. And I thought, I definitely want to give it a go. It's a really weird game because probably I'd say the first 2/3 of it are really slow and not very good, and quite tedious. But it doesn't like create that atmosphere that you're expecting from like this sort, because it's set in the future war period, like after, before the Terminators are sent back in time and everything. And you get given all like, you have all the guns, like, like shotguns and all that kind of stuff, but it all feels a bit kind of pointless because you don't see any Terminators for ages. And then when they do turn up, like basically maybe 2/3 of your weapons suddenly just become completely useless. Like, there's no point in using like ballistic weapons against these. You have to use like the energy weapons that you get later on. But then I did find after a while that there was something incredibly atmospheric about the game, and as I said, about 2/3 of the way through, I began to get quite addicted to it because it was this. Each level is not like open world, but there's enough to explore where you feel like this is like a reasonably realistic environment. And the Terminators that you come up against, it is quite menacing and quite horrible. Particularly the way that you shoot them, they often go down and then they get back up again, and and they just don't. They don't.
You're
stop.
never going to keep them down. That's the thing.
And it gets really tense.
Cheers, Sean. Appreciate that.
It gets really tense in places, and which I really enjoyed. I mean, it's completely like a 6 out of 10 game. Like, and I wouldn't recommend this over like over like Rogue.
Hold on. We've just said that this is a 6 out of 10 game and Metroid Prime 4 is a 6 out of 10 game, but the whole vibe has been wildly different.
Very different.
It's because I'm not going into massive details about all the massive problems this game has, of which there are many.
Fine.
But same score at the end. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, because I remember when RoboCop Rogue City came out, and everyone was like, yeah, it's like just a really cool 7 out of 10. And I remember seeing people being like, yeah, it's the Terminator Resistance slot. That makes sense. Like,
Exactly. This is like, I mean, RoboCop Rogue City, that is a 7 out of 10. This is a 6 out of 10. It's a slightly worse, but it is like Metroid Prime 4, isn't it? It's a slightly worse version of a better game.
Yeah.
But no, but as I said, I wouldn't recommend this. I don't think to anybody really, unless you're like Terminator games. But I do, and I wanted to play it because that like Terminator 2D No Fate is coming out really soon, and I really do want to play that because that looks excellent. But we'll see. But yeah, there you go.
Cool. Sean, you've got a couple of games on your list.
Just one more. I mean, obviously, I'm playing more Ark Raiders, but we do not need another week of that. The only other game I've been playing is Schildmaid MX, which we were kindly sent code for, #ad. So this, I should also say, not only were we sent code, we were sent code by Mikhail Kroder, who's a friend of the show. He's part of the Kane and Rinse lot. I think he's still part of the Kane and Rinse lot.
It's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up.
There's too many of them. You should get rid.
Yeah, a lot of turnover there. Our staff's down for a long time. Yeah.
So he was one of the developers on this game. So I talked about this a while back when it came out on Steam, and so the reason he's sent us codes is because it's now out on consoles, and I'm happy to have the excuse to talk about it again. So I played a bit of it again on the Switch, and it's fucking great. It's so good. It's a 2D side-scrolling shooter. Obviously, I know for a lot of people that's quite a niche genre, but I think the mechanics in the central mechanic in this is interesting enough that it's interesting even if you're not into the genre. I would say. Basically, the big twist is you actually absorb enemy bullets, and that's what powers up your weapon, right? So you go through these different phases. So when you start a level, it's like right, your shield's up, you can absorb the bullets. Once you start absorbing the bullets, your shield is then on a timer, right? And it starts to run out. Every time you kill an enemy, that timer goes up again, like it replenishes it. And so you're collecting the bullets, and you're powering up your weapon by collecting the bullets, and you're also killing enemies to keep the shield going. Obviously, if you kill the enemies too quickly, there's not as many bullets on the screen, so you're not collecting as many bullets. But then if you kill them too slowly, your shield runs out. And for sort of 10, 15 seconds, those bullets become deadly all of a sudden. So you're constantly doing this really interesting balancing act of like trying to kill the enemies at the right sort of pace, whilst keeping the shield going, whilst powering your weapons up. But then obviously, and inevitably, you will get that pace wrong, and your shield will run out. So suddenly you go from the screen being full of essentially power ups to oh shit, they're all deadly all of a sudden. Now I've got to dodge them, and then you're just like waiting for that timer to count down, so you can absorb them again. I just find it really fun and interesting. It's just such a great twist on the genre. And obviously, that sort of central mechanic is playing out over boss fights and different formations, enemies coming at you in different ways and stuff. It looks great. The music absolutely slaps. It's well worth a look.
Nice. That sounds cool.
It is cool.
I've only got one final mention, and it's a quick one. We booted up Walkabout Mini Golf again. We did the sorry, Ben has said what's the name of that game again? Sorry,
it's called Schildmaid MX, which is spelled SCHILDMAID.
I have been playing Walkabout Mini Golf again. We played the Alice in Wonderland level, which I thought was fucking brilliant. Like it was really good.
I don't know if I've done that one.
Yeah, it does a lot of things with obviously changing sizes of things and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, we had a really good round of that. It was just great to be back playing Walkabout Mini Golf again. Our good friend Chet Roivus checked out after the third hole, was got frustrated because he was so far behind. It's just good to play that game again.
So that must be the most recent one because that came out like 4 days ago, apparently.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's-
okay.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
fine. So I bought that one and the Tokyo one, which I know
Cool.
that you played recently, so we've got that to go to soon. But yeah, I fucking love they're still bringing courses out. Like it's so good that they're still
And
doing
they're
this stuff.
just bringing them out reliably for not a lot of money, and they've all been great.
Yeah, they must have the
Um,
workflow down so well. The fact that they can keep companies out. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it's a lot of hard work. I'm sure there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes. But the fact they can do this regularly, interesting new ideas for great prices. Yeah, I mean, slam dunk.
Yeah,
slam
it's
dunk.
good.
I hope it's
It
still
is a good game.
like paying off for them, because obviously I do worry that like maybe people have drifted away from VR a bit, and I do wonder
Really?
if they're seeing.
What's made you think?
Really? And I do worry that like if they're seeing diminishing returns on the way they currently do things, then are they going to start checking? I was like, no, please don't change anything about what you're doing. Like,
Oh,
I
no,
will
absolutely
keep a
not.
headset
Yes, I will
going
still
as
be
long as physically possible.
Yep.
Like,
I will still buy everyone that comes out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out if there's some sort of link between the decline in VR and Matt Murray leaving the industry. I think
That was
I
just
think it is.
well.
like a rat off a sinking ship.
I mean,
mate.
there's lots of things I can say about that right now.
no. I think people are they're like Matt's not involved anymore. Fuck that.
What's the point?
What is
Yeah,
the point?
investment went down
Yep.
considerably, actually. Then, anyway, let's move on.
Okay, that's it. What we've been playing this week. I am interested to get to questions, Sean. What have our listeners been? What do they want to know? Eh?
What do they want to know?
sort of
If you want
wisdom
to,
that they want to get out of us?
if you want to send us a question, go to tcgs.co. Brian with a Y says, "Hi lads, I asked Siri to play me the latest episode of the computer game show on Spotify, and what it played me was a song called Venal Joy by the Jesus and Mary Chain, which features lyrics such as I'm on fire, piss on fire, don't piss on fire." I listened to it all while
like
making
Boris
my lunch.
Johnson command during COVID, doesn't it? Sorry.
I listened to it all while making my lunch. It was what the. Sorry, the dogs have just started going ballistic. I assume you heard that. Sorry,
Do you
Carl.
want to go? Do you want to take time out?
Well, Noo's supposed to be with him, so I don't know.
Oh.
Brian continues, I listened to it all while making my lunch. It was terrible. It got me thinking. I'll send this into the TCGS lads as a funny anecdote, but it's not exactly feedback, is it? So, a question. If the four of you had a band, what would its name be? And no, James, you can't call it TCGS just because you want to go to bed.
Damn it.
I mean, if we're following
be
the theme, then surely we'd just be the music band.
the music band, yeah. Yeah, totally.
It's a great name, actually.
David Turner's
Yeah.
in the music band.
Thank you. Thank you.
I still regret that we don't call it David Turner's The Computer Game Show, because that would have been so good.
I do love how stupidly arrogant our fucking video game. Like I wouldn't change the name of this podcast for the world. I think it is just so unashamedly like, you know, Ian's doing a phone-in show now on Twitch, and he's just calling it the phone-in show. And I think I said, Ian, that is just so perfect because it is like, that's what I am, the phone-in show. Like that is it.
I reckon
love it.
people said, like, when we asked like how people found the show, and they're like, "Oh, I just typed in like computer game podcast, whatever." And you came up, so it's like, there you go, SEO win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving
That's
on,
what we
Alberto
call-
Balsam. He's great. Thanks for the great shampoo, mate. Not that I need it anymore. With Christmas fast approaching, which would you recommend getting for a gamer who plays both PC and Switch, the Steam Deck or Switch 2? Given that a lot of people are debating about these two consoles recently, I wonder which one you think has the better longevity for games and portability. I know Sean has both, and I wonder which areas they shine in the most. Hope this hasn't been asked before. Many thanks, and can't wait for this year's Game of the Year show.
If you're after, can I just say, I mean, Sean, you've got both, and stop me if I'm wrong, but if you're after portability and longevity, then get a Switch 2, right? Because all right, let me tell you my workings. You haven't gone for it, and that's fine. Let me tell you my workings, right? The Steam Deck's been out for quite a while already, and the likelihood is that that's to be replaced
It'll be
sooner than the
superseded, won't it,
Switch
at some
2
point?
would be. And also the Nintendo have not not delved into the Switch 2 yet. That has a good 7 years of some. Well, that's a lie. It doesn't have 7 years of excellent titles coming out. It probably has 4 to 5 years of excellent titles come out, followed by some real scraping of the barrel as Nintendo get into the the usual loop with things. Whereas I feel like the Steam Deck is already starting not to struggle, but I think from the feedback that I've heard from owners, they're ready for another one within the next couple of years.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that soon, though. Just like the way Valve were talking in an interview last year, I think, or maybe this year, I'm not sure, saying like they're waiting for something really big. I mean, whether it's battery or, next big mobile hardware, it felt like from what they were saying, it isn't going to be coming anytime soon, which is annoying for me because I didn't get a Steam Deck 1. I'm like, well, I should probably just get Steam Deck 1 at this point because it feels like it's a while until Steam Deck 2. But I've also heard,
you'd agree that the Steam Deck 2 will come out before the Switch 3 does, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, before Switch 3 for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
So what's your counter argument to that?
I mean, basically, I think just in terms of the software library, like the Steam Deck wins.
God, yeah.
Like if I had to pick one or the other to like live off forever.
Plus emulation and other bits.
All the other the
totally,
hacky stuff. If you're into that side of things, then there's all that as well. The Switch 2 is easier to put on your telly. It's a lot more seamless. It can be done with the Steam Deck, but as I mentioned a few times before, it can be a bit of a pain unless you want to run everything in 720p. So yeah, personally, like, because the main thing for me, if I'm just like something's out on the Steam Deck and the Switch 2, the main thing for me is, well, the Switch 2's got a nicer screen on it, but then I don't have a Steam Deck OLED. So if you're in the market for a Steam Deck OLED, maybe that will change. If you were looking for one of the cheap ones, then the Switch 2 definitely has a nicer screen. Yeah, I don't know, but I enjoy, because I play a lot of indie stuff. There's so much stuff that's only on Steam that I'm like, yeah, but I don't need a big computer to play this 2D pixel art game. So the Steam Deck fills that niche really nicely. So it kind of depends what sort of thing you're playing as well, really.
So I've heard loads about the fact that Steam Deck doesn't dock so well, but even with the official dock, there's still lots of fiddling around resolutions and. Yeah, it doesn't just like you connect to a 4K TV, so
that's
therefore
what Sean was saying. You have to adjust the screen
sounds,
ratio, don't you?
Like you could just, like I say, you could just let it run on the default resolution, but it will look bad. And most games you can push it up a bit, but it's up to you because of that. That green verified, Steam Deck verified badge is only verified as in it will work on as a handheld on the 800p screen. Right. So yeah, you're kind of on your own if you're plugging it into a tally, and it is usually fine. But there's just that bit of, oh well, I'll try this in Q8.
Then you'll get another controller as well.
You'll need a controller. Yeah, exactly.
Is the screen size bigger with the OLED?
Physically, it's the same resolution, but it's like physically a bit larger. Yeah, smaller bezels.
Yeah, like less bez. Lessy bezzy.
MD Kraboff.
Matt writing it down. Let's tuck him away.
No, I'm not going to write Lessy Bessie. I'm going to leave that on.
It's not what I said. Not what I said, mate.
MD Kraboff.
Yeah, I know what he said. I'm not writing down.
Damn, I was really trying to push that one. Go on.
MD Kraboff says, what won't the Farley fashion boutique stick their lovable mascot's face on?
Fleshlight.
I think it has to be clothes, right? I don't think the flashlight is a fashion item.
Hang on. Well, it can be.
Depends how you use it.
I think the answer is nothing. I mean,
we've already gone straight to pants. So
yeah, what else?
Yeah,
everything really.
Maybe a nice bra with a face on each cop.
I love some Farley socks. Farley socks would be great, actually.
Farley socks would be good.
Farley socks would be good.
Or just all our faces on socks.
I don't agree to any of this. It's like
too late.
You don't need to, boy. You don't need to.
You'll agree with the money when that rolls in, though, James.
please, James. Like I'm praying. Please leave me your image rights in your will. It would just, that I'm not going to use it, but the idea that I own your image rights.
Do you know, I might even do that because that would be really funny.
Put it in your will.
Imagine you have to go to a will reading, and that's like, that's
that's it.
Dave's already there in a Farley t-shirt.
yeah. I'm standing there with a mobile phone with an activate store button on it.
Publish t-shirts
He's
now.
left you his image rights. Boom. Done. Please do that, James.
with the James Farley condoms, what we could do is, they could say in block capitals,
extra large.
Yeah, that's a given. But we could say it could have in block capitals in the beginning, and then I go as far as in.
Can we do the next question, please?
James, if you leave me, I want your image rights in your will. What do you want in mine?
I don't know. You
haven't got anything he wants, Dave. That's what he's.
I know.
That's what I'm hearing.
He's a man. What do you give the man that's got everything?
Actually, I'll tell you what I would like.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
That Queens of the Stone Age signed.
You are not getting that. Fuck you.
Let's get buried with that.
Shit, maybe that's what we do. I put that in the will for you.
Yeah.
And I get your image rights.
Yeah, sure. That's a fair trade.
And then it's who goes first. Yeah,
I don't think
we'll know that's going to be. So it's
that's not.
Harry, do you want my Queens of the Stone Age vinyl when I go? Because I'm pretty sure that's safe. Okay, next question.
The next question comes from the Pond Skater. He says, Season's greetings, fine gents. I was recently scrolling through your back catalogue of pods for no particular reason when I realised that in April of next year you will hit your 10th anniversary. I was wondering if you have or would consider doing a Game of the Decade to commemorate the last 10 years of TCGS. I know that Game of the Year pods can be highly stressful for you guys, and a Game of the Decade would be even more so. But that's a small price to pay for the genius shambles that we all look forward to each festive season. Keep up the good work, lads, and here's hoping for another 10 years of TCGS to follow.
Thanks, Pond Skater. I think if we're going to do something like that for our 10-year anniversary, do you know what it'd be?
I know what I'd like to do.
Console.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I would do.
Best console of all time.
Yeah.
Because that would get so fucking spicy.
Yeah.
It genuinely get nasty. That.
Imagine the wild cards.
Yeah,
as well.
James with the Jaguar wild card.
Alamo getting another outing.
Yeah.
Me and James getting really upset during the Dreamcast round. We were like, yes, Dave, everything you're saying is technically correct.
But I liked it.
It'll be a 3-1 for Dreamcast. It'll be a 3-1 for Dreamcast. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but no, it wouldn't if it was going up against the Saturn, Matt, and you know it.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah, Saturn's going to win for me.
Oh, my God, we got to do this.
That
We've got to do this.
Here's a spicy take for you. You've mentioned I've got Isaac this emulation handheld for Christmas, and I was like, oh man, it's powerful enough to do like N64, GameCube, Dreamcast. I was like, all right, what games from those consoles would Isaac enjoy and actually, want him to play now? It's not a long list.
Stick him in front of Shenmue. Yeah, but then,
like Mario
64
and
yeah.
Wave Race.
Yeah, Wave Race would be all right. What's on the Saturn then that he needs to play?
Right.
Okay,
Fighters Mega Mix.
Yes.
Sega Rally.
Daytona.
Yeah, Sega Rally. Yeah, sure.
Steve Soap Sliders.
Snowboarding Kids.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh no, that was
Kids. Yeah. That's N64.
We had that argument about that.
Yeah, Snowboard Kids N64.
That was N64. That game.
Shining Force, Shining Wisdom, Shining Force 1, 2, and 3.
You're making these up now.
No, the clock.
I love that.
The Clockwork Guide Night. Clockwork
Night. Yeah, that was
These actually good now though.
No, I mean Clockwork Night wasn't good when it came out.
Nostalgia for it. Are they actually just good?
Sega Rally.
Sega Rallies.
Athlete Kings, Winter Kings.
No, Athlete Kings is legit.
Yeah, Die Hard Arcade, great shout, Ben. In
Die
the chat.
Hard
Yeah,
Arcade. Yes.
That one was incredible.
He's 8 years old.
Yeah, but the PlayStation version of Die Hard Arcade was better, right?
Okay.
Well, why? Why was it better?
Why do you say better? Why are we both saying better at this point?
Why was it better?
Because it's late.
Hey man, the PlayStation
PlayStation
version
better.
was better.
It was better
Why?
because of the inferior 3D processing capabilities of the Sega.
Oh, whatever. Shut the fuck up.
Was it Die Hard
Shut the
Trilogy that
fuck
had the taxi bit where you could inexplicably just run people over?
Come on.
Yeah, and then like it's got the windscreen wipes with all the blood on it. Yeah, brilliant. Gotty.
How did they get away
Yeah.
with that? Mad. Have you seen this new
Knights.
Carmageddon on the way?
Nights
Yes.
into Dreams.
Yeah.
The road
Night,
one.
yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Knights. Yeah, Knights.
That is, he would legitimately like that. I think that
Yeah,
game was
yeah.
fucking great. Stand by it. You weren't a fan of Knights though, were you, James?
No, I don't think it's very good.
You didn't play
Well,
Crystal
you're
Knights,
wrong.
did you?
It was brilliant.
Yeah, you're an idiot if you don't like it.
It reminds
you
me
are,
of Battle
yeah.
Wonderworld.
No, that doesn't work. We had this discussion recently. It doesn't
know, I
work.
know,
You
I
can't
know.
say it reminds you
I
of Battle
know,
Wonderworld.
I
That
know,
came
I
out
know.
several decades after.
I know, but it's just the design aesthetic reminds me of it.
No, I'm right here. I've got the Christmas Night CD. Look at that.
Oh my god.
What the
Crystal
fuck, Matt? How? Why?
What? Because I just have it with me. I've also got.
Just have it with me.
I've also got. This is the Japanese version of Jet Set Radio Future for Dreamcast. That's
that's
an
good.
importing games.
Who cares?
Hang on. Whoa, Matt. I'm sorry. I'm pulling you up on your credentials there. Jet Set Radio Future was the
That was
Xbox
a-
one.
Oh, sorry.
Xbox, yeah.
Jet Set, this is Jet Set Radio. This is the
Actually,
original one, yeah.
you'll find if it's the Japanese version, it was Jet Grind Radio. that's
No,
you.
I think
So
you'll
no,
find
it says
Sean.
Jet,
Actually,
it says JSR here.
I think you'll find
Alright,
Sean that
oh,
actually
go on.
that was the American version.
Oh,
was Jet Grind.
You've embarrassed yourself.
I'm gonna have to quit podcasting forever
You
now.
absolute cunt. Oh, sorry.
You sorry, Carl. You've got.
Carl.
Can you cut that, Carl?
Carl.
You've got the Japanese and the United States of America.
Not
mixed
from
up
here. That's all I remember.
You really upside down there.
there. No, all right. Are we done? Have we got? another
I've just got
question?
one more from Maria
Go
Mendieta.
on.
It says, "Dear TCGS Scared Shitless, while Mixtape takes ages to arrive, I've used this wait as an opportunity to delve into the albums of the various rock artists on its soundtrack. Some, like Devo, take several, if not tens, of listens for the music to click. What unlikely genre of music do you think could become popular if it got a Mixtape-like game to spotlight it? Keep up the brilliant work. Sincerely, Maria."
Well, I mean, that is. Well, would it become popular? Yeah, no, I've probably misunderstood the question there. Because
Well, I mean, like,
I was.
popular in like mainstream ways because obviously every music genre has its audience.
Yeah, I suppose sort of giving a genre a bit of a moment because of Because I
Speaking
suppose
of which,
go on, sorry.
you know, K-pop Demon Hunters is like
Yes.
this huge thing, right?
Yeah.
Joe's played me several songs from that, and none of them sound like K-pop. What's going on
Do you not
there?
think I don't know the genre well enough?
No, I mean I've listened to a lot of K-pop since that because Lizzie and I got into it, and no, I mean it's a Disneyfied version. It's not even Disney, but it's a Disneyfied kind of Pixar version of that. But it's still
But all
they're
the
bloody
songs
great.
she's played me just sounds like fucking Katy Perry music to me. Like it doesn't sound like proper K-pop, does it?
I mean, it's not a million miles away, but if you look at like bands like Blackpink, like they're more about the kind of the melodies, whereas another band called Cat's Eye is more about that kind of how they sing. So I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's decent.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What a movie.
Yep. I think for me, sorry, I sort of heard this as what sort of game can make you like a genre that you would never normally like.
No, it's more
And
like
that,
what kind of music? Yeah.
yeah, that for me was the last game that the mixtape, the Artful Escape,
Oh yeah.
mate. Like I'm not into sort of that power ballad, space
Well,
rock
it's
stuff.
Yeah, prog rock, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so good in that game. It fit so well. I mean, it's not changed my opinion on that music, but holy fuck, it really worked with
I
me.
found the earlier
game.
Grand Theft Auto games did that for me. There was quite a lot of the
Please
stations.
say Grand Theft Auto 1.
No, it's
Can find
A
the
lot of people
words
forget that,
to
like-
let it out. Let it out. Do you remember that?
I feel like people forget how mad it was that they got Tangerine Dream to do the original soundtrack for GTA 5. It was good.
What
as well.
was that the rap, the GTA rap?
No, GTA 5.
GTA 5.
Oh, GTA 5. Sorry, yeah, no, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Tangerine
just-
Dream,
I-
not a rap group, Dave.
I don't know them. What was the? Yeah, I love the music in that first GTA. The GTA rap. what was it?
Grand Theft Auto. Do you remember that?
Yeah, drive for road. The rap, and then you had that one. Da 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 dum dum da 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 dum dum as the car went past.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
There's a really. I think it was actually. Was it? Chris Pratt did like a, or it was either Chris Pratt or it was Danny O'Dwyer. They sort of, all
One of them.
sort of mesh into one.
Yeah.
They did like a documentary or like a short video on the music from early GTA games, and it's fucking brilliant.
Oh, I should
It's
do
really
that.
good. I
That
think it's
sounds good.
Danny O'Dwyer actually. I think it's Danny O'Dwyer. It's really well worth a watch. That look it up.
Anyway, my answer is new metal.
All right.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bring back new metal, make it properly mainstream again.
I have not played it, but Persona 5 has a lot of jazz in the soundtrack.
Yeah,
doesn't it, James?
it's a fucking brilliant soundtrack.
Yeah, and it's
Alright.
fascinating because
Jesus, all right, calm down, James.
That's not the jazz vibe, is it, James?
It's a fucking
No one
brilliant.
walks into a jazz club and goes, "This is fucking brilliant, mate. Come on, the chills." But they don't do that.
Nice.
But just because I remember, because James, you picked was it the Battle Victory
Yeah, it's the
music?
Battle
this year?
Victory,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's interesting because there's like the sort of the intro, sort of couple of bars. There's a note that on first listen you're like, oh, they've fucked up that. They've played the wrong note, the idiots. But that is a piece that you are going to hear dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And after the first sort of 5 or 10, you're like, oh no, I really like that sort of bum note. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's like, it's okay to have more complex music that you are going to hear a ton of times because it helps it stay interesting. So yeah, that's a way into liking jazz, which is, let's face it, difficult.
Yes, it is. Right, we done?
We're done.
Cool. Let's get to socials, Matt.
Yes, fine. Farley Steps is back on Friday night for 9. We're hearing confirmation of that. If you want to watch it live, go to twitch.tv/TCGS co, and you can watch it live and you get a notification if you want to set it up as well. If you have an Amazon account and a Twitch account, you can connect them and you get something called Prime Gaming. We'll give you one free subscription to any channel of your choice. Why not go to our channel, maybe when James is streaming Farley Steps on Friday, and give us your free subscription. And if you miss the streams live, you can go to YouTube, search TCGS, and you can watch all the VODs of that, VODs of the podcast, the other streams we've done, all the other podcasts, it's all over there. And tcgs.co is linked to our website with link to our amazing Discord community, our Patreon if you want to support what we're doing at this fine time of year. And streams, podcasts is all over on tcgs.co. Or the store if you want to get a lovely Christmas present for a loved one or enemy.
And we will catch you next week for the Game of the Year show draft. That is happening next week on TCGS. Thanks for living it. We will catch you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.